Yo, hit the dirt and fire it up. It's that hard cause grind. BDD and WillT dropping knowledge every time. From the mods to the maps, from the brands to the tools. If it's FS talk, you know they breaking all the rules. We talk giants, we talk gears, we talk that horsepower. Late night mod drops, we got that creative power. From interviews with legends to spotlighting the new, we bring that FS fire straight from the crew to two. Living life behind the wheel with a digital twist. Ain't no button we don't press, no trend we ever miss. Updates, leaks, and future plans. We got the inside scoop, no chance for scams. This is AgriBusiness, cranking up your farm life. From the field to the feedlot, under LEDs and skylights. Mods, maps, machines, they cover it all. Porches, kings of the farming game, standing tall. It's more than a game, it's a way of thinking. Talking shop while that diesel's drinking. From tractors to combines, dirt roads to drones, they build empires from screens and microphones. With every guest that drops in for a chat, you get the real talk, no filters, just facts. A spotlight on the builders and players who grind. They got love for the fans and the farm in mind. This is AgriBusiness, cranking up your farm life. From the field to the feedlot, under LEDs and skylights. Mods, maps, machines, they cover it all. Portents, kings of the farming game, standing tall. So plug in the pod and hit that sub. Roll out in style with your farming club. No fluff, just dirt, diesel, and truth. Straight from the FS underground on coast. AgriBusiness, rocking every ride with BDD, LT side by side. Whether you plow, seed, harvest, or buy, this is the voice of the farm life.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Day Dave, and this is AgriBusiness Tonight. How is everybody doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I am joined, of course, by my co-host here tonight, WillTGaming. Will, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I am fantastic. Finer than frog's hair. Gotta break out that classic every once in a while. Every once in a while. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today there, bud. Are you ready for this?
Oh, I am definitely ready for this.
Oh my goodness.
Get ready for this.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's how we're gonna start this off, aren't we?
Oh yeah. I wish I could play it. I would.
Oh my goodness. Yep, that's how things are gonna go here tonight there, folks. We got a lot, like I said, to talk about. We had a whole mess of mods, we got a whole mess of news. What do you say? You want to go ahead and start rocking and rolling, getting into it?
Heck yeah. All right. I'll do it this time, since I'm here actually on time this time. So the first one we got is the Volvo Wia. This is by BC Bueller. The other Corey and Salve Jerry, 39.97 megabytes to download. You do have a base price of $73,500. You have a base horsepower of 375, and there's a bunch of customization to this.
So I did not get a real good chance of checking this one out. And yeah, I mean, just looking at the kind of high levels kind of stuff. I mean, it looks like a nice kind of classic North American style of semi truck. So the looks and the aesthetics, it's got it right on the mark. I like that. You're looking at a near 40 megabyte download size. That's gonna be a hard pill to swallow. I mean, yeah, you get a whole bunch of customizations. That's all fine and dandy. You know, you get the 375 to 650 horsepower range. Okay, fine. You know, you got all the different kind of, you know, visors and horns and antennas and beacons and that. All that's fine. But I mean, at the end of the day, 40 megabytes, it's one of those that, although it looks really good, it's probably going to be a pass for me just because that's a lot of space for me for just one semi truck.
I love this truck. I installed this. I use this a lot in 22. And in the second picture right here, but there's another one in another picture. But in the second screenshot, you can see the Lockwood back there.
Yep.
On the back of the truck. He is right now currently working on that bed pack. So.
Oh, nice. So it's going to be like
so
attachables that go along with this.
It's the exact same one that was in FS22 that you could also attach to like the TLX and stuff like that.
Oh,
for the X3, X2 attachments.
Yep. Oh, that's cool.
So.
Okay, I'm definitely on board with that. That's pretty cool. If you have a way to be able to make it to where it's going to be kind of more universalized and where you're going to be able to have like things that can swap in, swap out, then you're starting to talk about a kind of a specialized incentive to download that file. So that definitely tips the scale for me.
Yeah, I absolutely love that truck. I was so happy when it got released. Which he actually reached out to me and he was like, hey, by the way, pending release. I was like, oh.
Nice.
So, let's see here. Next one we have is going to be the John Deere Gator Pack. This is by Black Sheep Modding. This is going to be 54.17 megabytes to download. So for the Gators, you got two Gators. So you got a 6x4 and a 4x2. So for the 6x4, it's $15,000, your base price. You have a base horsepower of 68, and then for the 4x2, you get a base price of $14,000, and the exact same, max power. My bad, max power 60. But you do have a container, bell tray, a 3-point lifter. You have spreader. I'm not going to go over all this because there's a lot in this pack. Basically, if you use this in FS22, it's the exact same thing. The only thing that he changed on it is in the first screenshot where you get you actually get like a fuel capacity on it, like a fuel tank. And on the back, it has like a little overhang. There are straps in there, so you can put like a pallet or something in there. But on their skid steer back there as well, you can see like the John Deere toolbox. You stick that in the back, you drive it around, and then you can actually repair a vehicle anywhere. But when you load out and then load back into the game, that will spawn where you placed it. Kind of like how Schultz modding thing is. So I absolutely love this mod. I was super, super happy when this came out.
It's very nice. It's very heavy on the download side, 55 megabytes to install, so that's kind of a downer. But when you get these kind of mods that have a kind of the secondary, tertiary, so on and so forth, number of mods that kind of pair along with it, that makes it more than just the basics, then it really kind of sets it apart. And this is one of those mods where I can look at that download size and kind of forgive it and even look past it because of all the different things this thing does. I mean, as you can see in just this screenshot alone, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attachables. Just in the back there, there's a couple of blades up in the front of the picture there. I mean, there's so much that this can do. I mean, if you want to just use this as like a small farm kind of utility tool, it'd work perfectly for that. But I mean, even if you want to use it for something a little bit more than just a utility tool, if you want to actually use it for just kind of just palling around, well, there you go, you can do it for that too. So yeah, this is absolutely a good one. I would absolutely recommend installing this one.
Oh yeah, by far. So your next one is be the International Series 200, and this is by Agritono. This is going to be 16.74 megabytes to download. You do have a base price of $27,000. You do have a power range between 179 and 384. and to say that there's a lot of customizations in here is an understatement.
Yeah. Yeah. This one is nuts. And considering that it's only 17 megabytes to install with all the customizations and stuff that you can do, it's a really nice mod. I mean, Agrotonio makes amazing mods and models. This is no exception. I say absolutely download this one every day of the week.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was funny because I was actually buying a truck for this for my farm on my Xbox, and I spent probably a good 25-30 minutes just trying to customize it.
It's a project all on its own.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, next one is going to be the WillTD pack. This is by ADA or Agra Design Austria, not Agra Destroy Austria. Agra Design Austria. It's going to be 4.31 megabytes to download. You get 2 of them here. So you got a TDE, which is the 2-bale spike. So basically you have a 4 and a 2. So the 2, you have a base price of $650. And then for the TDD, you have a base price of $1,050. I mean, if you're big into like using these, I mean, yeah, it's definitely there for you. It's another option. I mean, for me, it's a pass, but that reminds me. I'll be right back.
Okay. So this one I genuinely like. The reason being is it gives you a whole bunch of options. So you can use this as a front 3-point link. You can use this as a front loader. I mean, this is a really nice mod. And the reason that I like this one as compared to some of the other stuff we get, we take a look here on your kind of comparables here. Here in front loader tools, we'd have the Albert Bale Spike right here, $600. You know, so everything here, you got the $650 for the bale loader, and you got the other one for $1,050. So it's a little bit more expensive, but you can see just how much of a kind of more universalized tool this is, because it has that front 3-point link as well as being able to be used on the front loader tool, as you can see right here. And the whole like ability to stack your square bales 3 high while not really breaking the immersion of the game is actually really cool. So you can see like you can stack these bales up 3 bales tall and you're like really kind of good to go from there. But the kind of base game one, you can see it's only really rated to be able to stack 1 bale at a time, and you're lucky if you get that. I mean, going anything beyond that, you're proceeding at your own risk. But this one here, I like this, and it has the ability to just do your normal kind of similar to this one, but like I said, this one has a little bit more pizzazz to it. So for 5 megabytes to install, absolutely, I think this would be one worth it.
And so the thing I forgot actually, which shame on me forgetting.
How dare you?
I messaged BDD about this. I went through the entire week. I did this because I had a couple different people ask me about this. I went through and I wrote down every single Slack count.
Oh yes,
that there was. I freaking moth in here. Go away, moth. No one wants you. So for the Volvo truck, it's 17 slots. For the John Deere Gator, you got 1313. That's for both vehicles, and it basically ranges. It's basically you got 4 slots, 2 slots, 3 slots. Nothing goes higher than 4 slots for all the tools. The International truck, guess how many slots that is?
The International, I would imagine, would be at least 15.
6.
Wow. Okay.
The wheel pack is 2 slots, 2 slots.
Nice.
So, which I mean that I kind of figured that this would probably help people too, so they know, okay, this is how many slots it is. The next one is going to be the Walkabout Motherbin 6000. This is by Hispano. Go figure. It's going to be 7.38 megabytes to download. You have a base price of $169,500. Required horsepower 400 and capacity You got standard 220,000, which is more than the base game already, and it's cheaper than the base game mother bin that we have. Or you could have an unreal capacity of 1 million liters.
So yeah, this one here, I'm not huge on auger wagons. It's very rare that I kind of get involved with an auger wagon, especially one of this size, because this is going to be, made for a very specific, very American style map to where it's going to be like very wide open kind of thing. I mean, I use American even though it's got the kangaroo on the side, but I mean, it's a behemoth of a unit. So yeah, this is one that I personally wouldn't install, but when we look at our kind of close comparables here, you've got that mother bin that's already base game. Yeah, this thing, wow, I mean, it's absolutely huge. You can see $190,000 to purchase the base game one. It requires 300 horsepower and it has a 141,000 liter capacity. But then you look at this one here from the mod hub, you've got 220,000 liters, 169,000, and 400 horsepower. So it is about 20-ish grand cheaper. Requires an extra 100 horsepower, but it has almost a 80,000 liter capacity larger base. So if you're into the big mother bins and all that stuff, the big chaser bins, then this would be a good one for you, because you're getting basically a 20k discount. 20k discount and a increase of nearly 80,000 liters. So yeah, this is definitely one to take a look at.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a pass because, I mean, if you're on a 4X map, this is definitely something for you. Like, hands down. But, I mean, other than that, I don't know. For me, it's a pass. But it's only 8 slots. So, there's that. So your next one is going to be the Amenity Beat Cart by Hispano. It's going to be 17.33 megabytes to download. You do have a base price of $135,000. Required horsepower is 400. And you have a standard capacity of 45,000 liters or an unrealistic capacity of 300,000 liters. I got this. So, and this doesn't just do beets. This does all your root crops. So your potatoes, sugar beets, carrots, parsnips, and red beets.
So this one here is kind of an oddball to me because we've got something similar to this already. We've got the Amity Crop Chaser 1000. Now taking a look at this one here, you can see base price of $160,000. It requires a 450 horsepower and is 60,900 liter capacity. So again, looking at this, base price of $135,000, so it's about 25k cheaper. 400 horsepower, so it's about 50 horsepower less than what you require for the base game, but an initial capacity of 45,000 liters, so it's about 15,000 liters smaller than the other one. Now, like Will said, this is limited to just the beet carts, but beet crops. But if you take a look at the base game one here, you see all this stuff that pops up down here at the bottom here. So I'm not sure if this one is necessarily worth it to limit yourself to just root crops when this one here looks like it'll take pretty much anything.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I know when carrots came out. I know there was a modded version of that. That was an FS22. I used that for that. It was awesome. By the way, that crop chaser base game, man, I hooked that thing up to a 9RX. So awesome. I use it for chaffing.
Gotcha.
So the beat card is only 9 slots, to let everyone know. Next one, I gotta open it up for this. This is gonna be the Brantner TA 23071 Power Push Plus. What a name! This is by Hispano. It's gonna be 8.06 megabytes to download. You have a base price of $44,000. You do have a max horsepower requirement of 220. You do have a working width of 24 meters. And then you also do have a manure spreader configuration, which is going to cost you 64,000. Now for the capacity for the trailer for your standard 34,000. And then you have an unrealistic capacity of 200,000. And then for the manure spreader, you have a capacity of 25,000 and an unrealistic capacity of 200,000. This was a pass for me.
So as a lot of you out there know, I tend to try and look for a price per 1,000 for my trailers of about $1,000 per 1,000 liters. That's what I tend to try and look for. So right off the bat, the trailer configuration of 34,000 liters and a base price of $44,000, it's already over that. So that one's kind of a miss for me. But then you kind of look at your kind of base comparables and all that. Well, we have the Brantner TR34090 PT Plus. They really have some fun names for their equipment. But you can see base price of 65,500 and a base capacity of 30,000 liters. Now, yeah, you can do the extensions and all that. That's fine. But we're just looking at the kind of base here. So you can see the mod has a base price of $44,000. So that's going to save you a little bit of cash, a little bit over 20 grand. So that's really nice. And then if we take a look at our capacities, though, it's only 4,000 liters more that you get. So you actually get more capacity than the base game model by 4,000 liters, and you're spending about 20 grand less. So if you want something that's going to get you right in the ballpark of that other Brantner base game, this is going to be a good option. But again, it does miss out on that $1,000 per 1,000 liters that I kind of self-imposed, but it's one of those that at least it's in line and going to be a little bit better of a deal than what we have base game.
Oh, I agree 100%. I mean, it's definitely a pass for me. And for anyone wondering, it's 6 slots, which isn't awful. Let's see, it's PC Mac only. The next one is going to be the Farm Building Set. This is by Rajo G Play. This is going to be 59.87 megabytes to download. So you have multiple different garages, and you're going to be multiple different buildings in general. There are some issues with the cow barns. So, in the one, I know in the one without a pasture, all the cows are roaming outside of the animal barn.
Oops.
And then also with the animal pens, when you open up the doors, the bolts, that you can see on the door that hold the wood in, when you open up the door, the bolts stay at an X.
Gotcha.
But I mean, overall, this would be a hard pass for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. You figure 60 megabytes to install. It's definitely got that kind of style of European look to it. So it's going to be one of those that's going to fit on a very specific map. It's not going to be all that well universalized. Plus, again, that 60 megabytes for what you're getting. You are getting a lot of different stuff. You're getting, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different buildings for that. So, I mean, it looks great. It looks absolutely fantastic. I love this kind of double stripe bricking that's on this particular screenshot for the screenshot number 1. That one is really nice, how it's got all this kind of fancy brickwork and all that. And every single one of these has just really nice, highly detailed. And Rajo G Play does make some really incredibly detailed mods. You can see what looks to be the kind of silo portion here, where it's got all the kind of bales like stacked up in the background, the ladder. Looks like maybe some tools kind of tucked away with some bags and stuff, just all kind of hanging out there. Again, just very, very highly detailed. But I mean, it's one of those that, like you said, it's going to be a pass for me just because of that file size.
Now, I do have it marked down on here, which I can't really show off here. But for silo number 1, which this one I can point out in the screenshots. If you go to the third screenshot, you can see it right there with the silo.
Mm-hmm.
For silo number 1, it's 42 slots.
Wow.
Silo 2 is 15. Shed number 1, it's 24. Shed number 2, it's 18. Shed number 3 is 18. And shed number 4 is 18. So definitely the slot counts are definitely up there. for these. But I mean, the amount of detail that's in here too.
Exactly.
So what's that one? No, that one was that the one with the cow barn? No, that was I'm losing my mind. No, that was not the one with the cow barn. Oh, okay. The next one we have is Pigsty with a Barn. This is by Radx Games. That's gonna be 9.20 megabytes to download. You do have a price tag of $20,000.
Isn't that an update?
Oh, that is an update. Thank you. Wow, I've had a very long week. Okay, so the next one we're gonna go for is the Repair Workshop. This is by Ian. This will be 1.71 megabytes to download. You do have a price tag of $1,000.
I mean, for a repair area, it is what it is. I mean, 2 megabytes. If this kind of fits the aesthetics that you're looking for, then hey, more power to you. Me personally, I look at this and I just immediately think I would never leave my tools outside exposed to the elements with just a single roof over top of it. Like I look at this and I immediately just like
cringe.
The cringe that just like is exposed to me. Like no, who would do this? No. So yeah,
right.
For that reason alone, it's gonna be a pass. But nothing wrong with the model, nothing wrong with the mod. It's just I just see all those tools and think of my stuff, and it's like no.
Right, not me either. Yeah, that'd be a pass for me. It is only 9 slots though, so there's that. Let's see here. Next one is gonna be the Wooden Doghouse. This is by Scenic. This will be 2.06 megabytes to download. You have a price tag of $1,000. I mean, if you want a doghouse, there you go. It's basically it. It's another doghouse.
Yeah, I mean, 2 megabytes. I mean, this is one that's gonna be a pass for me because if the map comes with the doghouse, then okay, fine. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to install it or to take up space for the doghouse. If there was some other kind of ancillary purpose to the dog other than it just kind of being window dressing, then I'd consider doing it. But yeah, for me, it's a pass.
Right, and that's 6 slots. So everyone know. So that was it for Thursday. So what was your favorite mod from Thursday?
Oh, it would have to be.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it pains me to say it, but I think I'm gonna have to go with that John Deere Gator pack. It's John Deere, so I kind of cringed and threw up a little bit in my mouth, but it's a great mod. It's a great model. Black Sheep Modding did a fantastic job, and the fact that it's so like kind of universalized, you can do a ton with this particular Gator. It's not like any of the other stuff that we got base game, to where you basically get a tool to kind of run around in and get some kind of limited capacity of some sort. No, this one is at like legit the jack of all trades. So yeah, it's definitely going to be this one for me.
Oh, why did you just do that to me? Streamline, I hate you.
I didn't do it, I swear.
No, it crashed on me.
Uh-oh.
It's all right. I just booted it back up again. Well, because I like out of the blue, I looked at the corner of my eye because I saw a flash, and like right where my chat's supposed to be vanished.
Oh no!
So and then that crashed on me. See, this is a tough one. This was definitely one of the days that I had a tough time. Oh, I hate to say it, but if I had to pick a favorite mod, it would have to be the International Series 200 from Agritono.
It was definitely up between the Volvo, the John Deere, and the International. For those three, those were the top runners.
Oh yeah, I agree 100%. Do you have any chat you need to catch up with real quick?
I do. So we got Jonah. How's it going, Jonah? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. He says 5.0 minus 3.7 equals 1.3. Jonah. Jonah, what are you doing to me there, bud? Hope you're having a fantastic day. So, yeah. Troublemaker. Jonah also says, AgriBusiness Tonight gets a 6 out of 5. Oh, I love it. Love it. Ken, how you doing, Ken? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. It says, what up, people? What up, Ken, with all the custom emojis. We got Jonah says, Ken! Ken with a, hey, Jonah, and a wave. Jonah says, WillT and BDD. We also got Jonah saying, this model checked out for me. This model checks out for me. Not sure what that's referencing to. Ken says it's an okay mod. Ken also says, don't know if I would download that John Deere mod pack. I gotcha. Ken also says that's a rolling silo, lol. We got Jonah with just make sure you don't end up in the doghouse. Oh.
No.
That's why I keep talking about those brownie points there, Jonah. Make sure that you earn more brownie points than you use up. Life advice for all you fellas out there. Samuel, how's it going, Samuel? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Says, hey, what up, BDD? Sorry, late to the live stream. No worries there, bud. No worries. And I'm tired. Samuel, hey, no worries, bud. I completely get it. I don't know what time it is at your neck of the woods. I think you're about an hour behind, but yeah, it's getting late. So we got a bunch of stuff. What about you, Will? Are you all caught up?
Jen D says hi. Hi, how you doing? All right, let's move on. Now, this does say an update for this one, but I'm going to go over this one because it also came out on Wednesday, the exact same day. And then later on, I put it as Thursday updates, but technically it was a Wednesday update, but it came out real late. So this is going to be the Quacko 28M3 gooseneck. This is by Powerus Cinemasosin. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry, I butchered that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 39.62 megabytes to download. You do have a price tag of $94,000. You have a horsepower requirement of 400, capacity of 28,000 liters, and then you do have the Quaco front unit, which has a price tag of $7,500. Then this was the changelog that came out 1.0.0.1 wetness fixed. And it does have a required mod. It's the class Xerion 4200 5000 by Hans. Because you can see it hooks up to this. I love this mod. This actually replaced the Giant Software saddle track.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, so for this one is going to be a pass for me. It's 40 megabytes to install, and it's one of those where I'm not so committed to the Kloss saddle track where I've got to be like, okay, I gotta have this kind of thing. And you're also talking your $94,000 to purchase, 28,000 liters. I mean, if you're taking a look at our kind of closest comparables here, let's see, we've got the where is it? There we go. Slurry tankers. Probably the closest one we've got is going to be, let's see, 28,000. What's this one? 20,000. Okay. It's going to be the Samsung Genesis PG228 Genesis. Now, the reason that this is really kind of a poor comparison is that this one specifically hooks up to the Kloss and is more kind of like a fifth wheel attachment rather than just a kind of pull behind or anything like that. So it's a really, really poor comparison. But just taking a look at the kind of, pound for pound capacity comparables, I mean, $94,000 for this is not that bad when you consider $212,500 for the Samsung here in the base game, for the 27,800 liters compared to the 28,000 that the actual mod has here. So, I mean, all in all, the price tag is not bad, but you also then have to consider, hey, you have to have the Kloss Xerion as an installed mod and to be able to use this in tandem. So yeah, you're spending $212,000 for the Samsung here, but you're spending $94,000 for the Koeko plus the $400,000 for the Kloss here. So yeah, I would go with the Samsung before I went with this.
So I grabbed it. I absolutely love it. Well, I mean, because 39 megabytes compared to, was it 115, 120 megabytes? So I definitely saved storage there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, so for the front piece that goes on it, there's only 4 slots, and for the Quacko um, tanker itself is 9 slots. So I mean, a lot of these slots are not awful, especially for the amount of detail that goes into a lot of these.
Oh, for sure.
Let's see here. Next one is going to be the Fortschritt E281 CPAC. This is by AA Modding. AAA Modding, not AA Modding. This is going to be 40.29 megabytes to download. So for the harvester itself is going to cost you a base price $64,000. You have horsepower of 175. Now for the E294, which is their, let's see if I can find it here. So on the first screenshot, it's going to be the one way to the left. That's like their corn header, kind of like a forage harvester. You have a price tag of $12,000, working width of 2 meters. Wait, is that right? Oh no, don't. Dude, I'm telling you, I've had one heck of a week. That is going to be the grass pickup head. So that's going to be all the way to the right. I don't know why they did that. Like, when you load it up and like in the game itself, it's vice versa. That's why I said that.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the E299, it has a base price of $14,000, working with 3 meters. And then you have the E296, you have a price tag of $15,000, working with a 4.6 meters. So now the 4.6, I can tell you right off the bat, is going to be the middle one on that screenshot. Then the other ones, then the 3 meters, going to be on the opposite side, the actual corn header. So this is, I mean, if you're starting out small and you want something old and cheap, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, for me, it'd be a pass though.
Yeah, see, I absolutely love this one. Yeah, it's 41 megabytes to install. It's a big, big file. But this really like gives you something that you kind of sink your teeth into right away, very early on. You figure all in for, just a normal kind of like corn kind of header that you want to be able to then pick up and turn into silage. You're talking all in, 64,000 for the harvester and then 15 grand for the header. I mean, you're talking all in, that's $79,000. 79,000. Now the reason I'm pointing that out and the reason I'm making such a big deal about it is this. You take a look at all the various harvesters that we have base game, there is anything cheaper than 469,500. Now, yes, you do have the Lacatech, which you can install in the front of your tractors if you have enough power. If you require 375 horsepower for that, but it's a really poor comparison. The reason being is you still need to buy the header and all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, you still come in significantly cheaper by coming in with something like this. And you get something that, in my opinion, looks really cool. That kind of old school look to it. But again, looking at the Fendt as like the closest thing that we could have as something to this, that's $469,500 just for the harvester. Again, you're looking at only $64,000 for the harvester for this specific mod. So already you're saving $400,000 right off the rip. And then you got to get a specific header to go along with this. If you go with the smallest one, you're talking $84,500, as you can see here. I mean, that adds up really quick. So right now, right off the bat, we're already, what is that, 500 and, what was it, 500 and, I don't know, 560K, roughly, rough math. Is my mathing? No, about 540. About 540. Yeah. And all in with the mod here, you're less than 100K in. So you're already saving $400,000 as something that you can just kind of start out with and kind of get ready to just do some silage if you want to do some silage. I think this is fantastic. I think it's a perfect, starter, something to get you down, at least into it. Even if you got a big map, it's going to be one of those where you're going to be like at least able to get into the game and not have to wait and wait and wait until you stack up, $500,000+ So yeah, this one, even though it's 40 megabytes, I like this one. I would install this one.
Yeah. It was a pass for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks fantastic. I mean, if I was definitely playing on like Sri Lanka or like a European map, I mean, by hands down, I would totally use that. But more of like an American style map, I wouldn't. That's just me personally. For that, so for the harvester itself is only 10 slots. Then for the headers, it's 442. So the corn header is 4 slots. The not the grass pickup, but the bigger header is 4 slots, and the grass pickup's 2 slots. That I did write down. So, let's see here. Next one is gonna be the John Deere 7030 Premium Series. This is by DB Modding. It's gonna be 35.88 megabytes to download. You do have a base price of $110,000. You do have a power range between 190 and 225. There is a lot of customization to this, actually. I love it. I installed it.
So taking a look at this, 36 megabytes to install, $110,000 to buy, and 190 horsepower to start out with. Probably our closest comparable will be another John Deere. It'll be the John Deere 6R Series 145, 185. 192 horsepower to start out at and $182,000 to purchase. So right off the bat, you are saving about 70-ish thousand, 72,000 on your bill. And then power for power, you're only losing 2 horses. 2 horses, that's it. So the only problem for me, that megabyte size, that megabyte size at 36 megabytes is huge. So for me, it's going to be a pass. I mean, yeah, I can save, $70K, but at the expense of nearly 40 megabytes of file size. So for me, that's not a good enough trade-off. So this is going to be a pass.
Gotcha. And for everyone who's wondering, that's 17 slots. So let's see here. Moving on. Next one we got is the Fendt 900 Vario S4. This is by Paul Period. Gotta add the period on the end. This is gonna be 56.91 megabytes to download. You do have a base price tag of $272,000. You do have a power range between 305 and 396. There's a ton of customization to this, but I mean, Fendt's not really my brand, but it's 56, basically 57 megabytes for a tractor. That I agree is a bit much.
Yeah, exactly. So like you said, 57 megabytes to install, $272,000 to buy, 305 horsepower to start out with. We already have a Fendt that's similar to this. We already have the Fendt 900 Vario. So this being the S4 being the kind of only distinction between the two. As you can see, whoops, wrong one. This one here in base game. So $327,000 to buy the base game versus this one is $272,000. So you're saving about 50K. So, okay, that's nice. Power, you're getting about 9 more horses, compared to the base game Fendt. 305 is what you start out with the mod as opposed to 296. But again, that megabyte size is just absolutely absurd. The mod looks great. I mean, it looks absolutely fantastic. I cannot take that away from it. But again, you see all the kind of things, the bells and whistles that it's going to have that's going to make it, run up that size. Number one, the opening the doors and windows. You can see all the kind of the bric-a-brac, just kind of, open up and all that stuff. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm not willing to sacrifice my megabyte size for an open window. That's just me personally. If you like opening doors and windows and kind of getting that level of immersion, then hey,
Me.
be my guest. I'm not gonna spend 60 megabytes for one
Right.
tractor to open a window.
Now, if it was like 3 tractors, I could see that,
Yeah, absolutely.
but not just for one. For anyone wondering, that's 24 slots for that tractor.
Wow.
Um, let's see here. Next one is going to be the Fendt 300 Vario series. This is by Paul. Period. Gotta put the period at the end because it's right there.
It's that kind of that like Paul.
Yeah, yeah. This is gonna be under small tractors. It's gonna be 54.61 megabytes to download. There are 2 tractors in here, which I don't know why, but so you got the Fendt 300 Vario Gen 4, which is going to have a base price of $134,500. You do have a horsepower range between 113 and 142, and then you have the Fendt 300 Vario S4, which you have a base price of $134,500. $134,500. Exact same price, and only 1 horsepower, 113. For me, this is a hard pass.
Yeah, hard pass for me as well. So taking a look at this again, we got 55 megabytes to download, 134,500 to buy, 113 to 142 for both tractors. The only difference is that the one S4 only has the base range of 113. But guess what? We already have it here in base game. We already have the Fendt 300 Vario, and it's identical. $134,500 to buy, same exact price. 113 horsepower to start out with, same exact thing. Everything's identical. But again, where you're getting that near 60 megabytes is the warning signals, the beacon lights, the lines, the mirrors, the roof terminal, the model years, the cabin, the lights, the front loader, the base color, the rim color, the roof color, like all these different things that, I mean, yeah, okay, that's fine, but 60 megabytes. Again,
Right.
a window not make a mod for me. So
I could use that somewhere else.
yeah. So it's gonna be a hard pass.
And the worst part is that the Fendt 300 Vario Gen 4 is 25 slots, and the Fendt 300 Vario S4 is 23 slots.
Wow. Well, and again, that makes sense because where your slot count's getting driven up is because of the things like the windows, the doors, like all those mechanical and moving parts that are baked into the cake with these mods. That's what's taking up the slot count. So for you console players out there, I mean, yeah, it's a nice looking mod, but what kind of slot count are you getting from the base one here? Let's see, where is it? I don't see it here. Long story short, it's probably going to be significantly less than what you're getting with this mod.
Yeah, I agree. It's giants, so yeah. So your next one is going to be the Hurleman XMT4i. This is by Gaming Flow. This is going to be 17.04 megabytes to download. You have a price tag of $91,000. You do have a horsepower range between 110 and 130. And the only thing is foldable exterior mirrors. If my PC was up and running right now, well, it is up and running, but the game was actually functional, I would get on the game. I'm not getting this on my console, but it looks great. And in the second screenshot, I just want to point something out. That trailer is a bit tall. For that little tractor.
yeah, that's going to be a bit much. So 18 megabytes to install and $91,000 to buy, 110 horsepower to start out with. Number one, this looks like a sleeker Fendt. Tell me I'm wrong. Yeah. Tell me I'm wrong. I mean, it does. It looks like a kind of a little bit of a nice, sleeker looking Fendt. And I'll be honest with you, I like it. I think it looks really kind of slick. And it just so happens that's going to be our closest comparable is the Fendt 300 Vario. 134,500 to buy, 113 horsepower to start out with. So the Hurleman here is $91,000 to buy. So you're already saving almost $40,000, over $40,000 with the mod here. And then the base engine of 110 horsepower for the Hurleman as opposed to the Fendt here at 113. So you're losing 3 horses. You're saving over 40 grand and you're losing 3 horsepower. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and again, 18 megabytes to install. Install this one. Install this one. It's a nice looking tractor. It's a brand that we really don't have a lot of. I don't even think we have a single Hurleman base game. I think this is like kind of a one-off kind of thing. So it's one of those like, hey, you get to expand your fleet. You get to have a brand that's going to be cheaper than what you can get base price, and it kind of looks kind of slick. I mean, hey, it kind of looks like Christmas.
I'm kind of curious though on why it has 3.7 star rating. So
I mean, possibly a bunch of people who are just not familiar with Hurleman or just don't much care for it.
Right.
I mean, unless there's actually something specifically wrong with it, which I don't know if there is or not. It's just one of those, like I said, I mean, for 17, almost, I mean, we'll say 18 for argument's sake, megabytes to install, it's worth at least testing it and seeing what it can do.
Right. It's only 13 slots, so that's not awful.
No.
Let's see here. Next one is going to be the John Deere 330 lawn tractor. This is by Sluch's Modding. It's going to be 14.40 megabytes to download. Oh, you got a lot with this. Well, not really a lot, but so for the tractor itself, was that right? Lawn tractor, John Deere 330. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you have a base price tag of $2,500. You have a horsepower of 23, and you have a fuel capacity of 24 liters. And then you have the John Deere deck, which is the mower deck. So you do have color options. You have an option to cut the grass, mow the grass, and bag it. So basically, cut is basically mulching. Mowing, of course, go figure mowing, and bag the grass. That costs $500. Has a working width of 1.8 meters. And then you have the bagger on the back of it, which you have a standard capacity and basically a dummy capacity, which I did not write down. I think it's 400. I think it's like 400 or 600 liters, something like that. But you have a price tag of $400. This was a pass for me.
Yeah, this is another pass for me. I mean, this isn't Lawnmower Simulator, so I don't need to have like the kind of small game kind of feel to this. I want to be able to get through the job relatively quickly, and there's never been a yard small enough for me to be like, you know what, I need something this small in order to be able to get into that yard and have no means of picking up besides the bagger. And it's one of those that, again, to each their own. If this is something that you like, okay, fine. I'll save the 15 megabytes for something else and be able to, get the job done in about, infinitely more time, infinitely less time than what it's going to take to do the job with this.
Right. And for anyone wondering, the lawnmower itself is going to be 6 slots. The mower deck is 3, and the bagger is 2. So, not awful in the slot count either. So your next one is going to be the Hardy Rubicon 9000. This is by Hispano. Go figure. He's got, I actually talked to him just the other day. He's got 38 mods waiting to be tested right now.
Wow.
This is going to be 42.06 megabytes to download. You'd have a base price tag of $489,000. You have a horsepower of 370. You have a standard capacity of 12,000 liters, or a unrealistic capacity of 200,000 liters. Working with 48.5 meters. This was base game in 19 and in 22. So this is a pass for me, though.
So taking a look at it, 43 megabytes to install. That's already pretty high. But then almost $500,000 to purchase, 370 horsepower, and a base capacity of 12,000 liters. I mean, all that sounds nice. It sounds nice. But then you look at our closest comparable, it's going to be the AgriFact Condor Endurance 2, $420,000, 500 to buy, 400 horsepower, and a minimum reach of 36 meters. So right off the bat, you can see that you're going to be saving about $70K in order to purchase the base game one, as opposed to the $489,000 from the mod here. And then, I mean, horsepower, it is what it is. It's really just a self-propelled thing. So the horsepower itself really doesn't matter, in my opinion. But then you take a look at the capacities. 12,000 liter capacity here for the mod, as opposed to 8,000 liters for the Condor. So already you're getting about 4,000 liters in addition for the mod here, as opposed to the Condor here. So all in all, yeah, you're saving 70 grand, but you're getting about 4,000 liters less. But it's one of those, I don't know, is it going to be worth it? But then the kind of, tipping point, 36 meter working width for the AgriFact, as opposed to 48.5. So you're getting over 12 meters larger with this for a 70K increase on the price. Yeah. I mean, that makes it very tempting, but that 43 megabyte file size, though, just kind of puts the brakes on really hard for me. So this one's going to be a pass, because I mean, I'll just save the 70 grand and, maybe refill it a little bit more, or I will make a couple extra trips around rather than 43 megabytes.
Right. And it's only 14 slots. Let everyone wonder.
It's not bad.
No. Let's see here. Next one is going to be the Lizard D 14,000. This is by Sluch's Modding. This is going to be 38.16 megabytes to download. There's a lot to this pack. So you got the D 14,000, which is the truck itself. You have a base price tag of $24,500. You do have a standard horsepower of 130, and the fuel capacity. And then you have the board. Which the board, if anyone's wondering, is right on this last screenshot. Well, actually, you can look right at the first screenshot. So it's the truck all the way to the right, the board in the back. Basically a flatbed. You have a price tag of $5,640. You do have the bulk carrier, which is the. Is that the next one? So that's the next one over to that one. That has a price tag of $9,500. And you do have a capacity of 12,800 liters. And then you have the tank, which is all the way to the left. That has a base price tag of $6,500 and a capacity of 6,000 liters. And they have the bucket, which is the middle one. You have a price tag of $65,000, capacity 8,500. And then you have an extension for $14,500. This is a pass for me.
Yeah, same for me. You're looking at a nearly 40 megabyte file in order to install, but you're only talking $25,000 for the base vehicle. Then you're talking, about less than 10K per attachment. So really all in, for a single attachment, you're talking about $35,000. I mean, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. And it's one of those kind of attachables where you have all these different kind of, styles and configurations, the liquid tank, the tipper trailer, as well as a flatbed. So, I mean, that's nice. It does have those kind of options that does make it tempting. But again, 40 megabytes to install is going to be one that's going to be a kind of a bitter pill to swallow for me. So it's going to be a pass. It also has that very distinct kind of look that I've never seen this over here in the States. This looks kind of European to me, if I'm not mistaken.
South American.
Oh, there you go. Tomato. It's just halfway around the world in one direction or the other.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you still got to get on a plane and go a really long way. So, I mean, regardless, I mean, it's definitely going to fit in on very specific styles of maps that you're not going to be able to kind of universalize the look. So that's also kind of the other, the flip side of the coin. So all in all, it's going to be a pass.
The truck itself is going to be 10 slots. The flatbed is going to be 3. The bulk carrier is going to be 4. The tank is 3, and then the other one is the other tipper trailer is 4 slots. So I'm not awful in the slot count though.
Now, just out of curiosity, taking a look at the second screenshot here. So it's the picture of the blue with the tipper trailer and all that stuff. Looking above the driver's side mirror, is that the Michelin Man?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, there is a option you can add the Michelin Man to one side, the other side, or both sides.
I thought I was going insane there for a second. I literally thought it's like, no, I'm not, no. And I almost called him the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And for those Ghostbusters fans out there, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But then it's like, no, that doesn't make sense. Stay Puft wouldn't be on this truck. And then I'm like, wait a minute, that's the Michelin Man, isn't it?
Yep. Let's see here. So the next one's going to be the Lizard AGR 1500. This is by Agritono. This is going to be 15.23 megabytes to download. You do have a base price tag of $22,000. You do have a horsepower range. So you got the 300 horsepower, or you got the V8 with 450. There is it's Agritono. So there's going to be a bunch of customization to this thing. You can have an emergency vehicle, dealership vehicle, whatever you want it. This is basically the base game truck, just with a crew cab version, and a whole bunch more customization. This would be a pass for me.
So taking a look at this, 16 megabytes to install and only a purchasing price of $22,000. You do get other engine options, the 300, 450, so on and so forth. You get tons and tons of different options with this. It's nice. At the end of the day, 16 megabytes and you got a starting price of $22,000. The base game pickup is $45,000 base. So I don't know. It's for 16 megabytes and you can save, over, what is that, 23 grand right there. Maybe that'd be worth it. It might be. And you get all the kind of, bells and whistles that Agritono is allowing in this particular, mod. You got the kind of Pioneer delivery, you got the horse, you got the camo, the augment lights up in the top of the roof rack there, the emergency vehicles, or just base style of vehicle. I mean, I could be talked into something like this.
It's only 9 slots. It's only 9 slots for all this customization.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. I mean, that just goes to show you, though, that when customization is done right, you can get something like this that's completely customized. And you look at this. You look at the comparison between these two vehicles in the third screenshot here. You've got the first truck here, the horse pickup truck that's more of like a street dandy, pickup truck. You've got the more kind of street tires and just a kind of, just a general basic pickup truck, quad cab. But then you look at the one, the camouflage behind it. You got the roof rack. You got the headlights on the roof rack. You got the very aggressive knobby tires with the nice rims. You've got just all these like little key details. You got the support rack in the back of the bed there. I mean, just the contrast between these two styles of vehicle right there just goes to show you like the big difference. And again, if you do your customizations right, this is the kind of contrast that you can get, as opposed to just maybe a couple of windows and doors opening.
Yep. Yep. And he also said that that you can have 4 passengers in there too if you're on multiplayer.
There you go.
Let's see here. Next one's be the Lizard Road Rage. This is by Just Farming. This is gonna be 4.60 megabytes to download. You do have a base price tag of $29,000 and a horsepower of 400. This thing, it's a pass from me, but we'll see if we can find it. So the third screenshot, right on the back wheel, you can see the brake pad caliper thing right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
In real life, that doesn't move. In the game, when you're driving, woo woo woo.
It's the mesmerize wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. If you have a caliper that's kind of spinning around your spinning around your hub there, you kind of have bigger problems to worry about. Just throwing that out there. Just be mindful of that.
Technically, it's a Ford, so who knows?
Yeah. So I mean, for 5 megabytes to install and 30 grand to buy, 400 horsepower. I mean, me personally, this is going to be a hard pass for me personally. But I mean, so for multiple reasons. Number one, the kind of car aesthetics. Like it just, I have a hard time even using like the base game Skodas, because they're just really just meant to get you from point A to point B. And with things like, being able to teleport or be able to use like your actual farm equipment, whatever the case may be, having a car kind of in base game that really can't do much of anything else. You can't even like open the trunk to like deliver something in it, like a pallet of eggs or something. Like this is the literal like street princess to me. So again, it's going to be a pass for that reason alone. But again, if this is something that you like, then hey, more power to you. Like I keep saying, it's one of those where, I'm not trying to influence you in any way if this is something that you like. But I mean, for me personally, I'm looking for kind of a utility style of mod. And this one just doesn't provide that utility. It's just kind of a, hey, let me install it and just go zipping around the map kind of thing.
Yeah. There's one reason why I didn't install it. One reason.
Let's hear it.
Last time I checked, this wasn't Forza Horizon. And for anyone who is wondering, it's only 4 slots.
It's not bad.
No. Do you have any chat you want to catch up with real quick?
I do indeed. So let's see. We got, where was I? Shane Andra says, that looks like a Chevy C60 truck. Yes, very, very similar. It might even be based off of that. It's kind of like South American version of it. But how are you doing, Shane? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. We got Farming Simulator Club 25. How you doing, Farm Sim Club 25? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. It says, I am a big, huge fan of mods as well too. Farming Simulator 25. You all have a great, amazing, wonderful night. Sweet and be safe out there. To everybody in here, a lot of big, huge respect to the moderator. I appreciate that. And also says, I meant to say sleep. Gotcha. All right. Well, thanks for coming out and hanging out there for a little bit. You have yourself a fantastic rest of your night and you take care. Samuel says, I'm out. Bye. Good, great night, everyone. And see you soon on the next live stream. All right, Samuel, you have yourself a great night. You take care and we'll see you again next time. Jonas says, so many mods, so little time. 100%. We've got so much stuff to still go over. What about you, Will? Are you all caught up?
Yeah, there's no chat. We're good. Let's see. So the next one is going to be I actually figured out how to pronounce this.
Jung Heinrich.
So it's actually pronounced June Heinrich.
Mm-hmm.
June Heinrich ETV 216i. This is by HR Force and for Zugbao. Such a weird name saying. It's me. Oh, jeez, Louise. Let's see. So this is gonna be 9.39 megabytes to download. You do have a base price tag of $39,500 and a horsepower of 33. The lifting height is
Insane.
is, yeah, 8,800 milliliters or mm. Um, this thing is stupid high. This was added into FS22 by Giants, so this would be a pass for me. But
So this one here for 10 megabytes to install, I do like this. I do like this. I liked it when we got it here in, last year's game. I like it that it's here now. The reason that I like it so much is because it is such a compact unit that you're able to get, like you said, really stupid high, 8,800 millimeters tall. That's huge. I mean, you look at what was it, the first screenshot here, you got, excuse me, example of it going really high. Same thing in the fourth screenshot, going all the way up to, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pallet racks high. I mean, that's insane. That's incredibly ridiculously tall. Being able to store up to that is just a monster of a feat. But then again, the compactness of this unit, like you can get into these nice tight areas here in this warehouse setting, and it'd be a breeze. It wouldn't be an issue at all. You would not be able to use either of the base game high-lows to be able to do anything like this. You look at the Yonhanic EFG S50. I mean, this thing is, it's an absolute tank in the back of it. I mean, you look at the pallet forks here on the mod compared to the pallet forks here on the base game, there's so much behind the pallet fork that you would not be able to get into a tight area like this. So, I mean, all in all, I like this. And for less than 10 megabytes, if you don't mind using high-lows or anything like that, this is a good one to go for because, again, $40,000 to buy. And just looking at the kind of base game one, cheapest one we have is the EFG S50 for $55,000. So you get kind of a nice little compact unit here for the mod. If I'd stop throwing things around, you get the nice little compact unit here, and you get to save 10 grand. And basically, it's going to do pretty much anything and everything that your base game stuff will be able to do, with the exception of maybe the Manitou base game will hold like the big heavy stuff. It's meant to be kind of the bigger, back end one. It's not the big back one like what we got there in the Silver Run expansion from last game iteration, but it definitely has some more beef in the back to handle the weight.
I do want to say one thing real quick. Jonah. He says number one fan 3 times. He says 1, 2, 3. And for anyone wondering, the June Heinrich ETV right here is only 8 slots. So, oh yeah. Now we get on to the good one. So this is the Case IH 2160 Early Riser Planters series. This is by Custom Modding. It's 112.80 megabytes to download. You do have a base price tag of $310,139. You do have a horsepower requirement of 380, and you do have a capacity of 4,428 liters or 120 bushels. That's between seed and fertilizer, because right down here it says liquid fertilizer tank up to 600 gallons, which is 2,270 liters. I do want to say I absolutely love this. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this to come out, especially for 22, which never came out, but here it is. FS25, and I already know what BDD is going to say. That megabyte storage.
You know me too well.
It's so good, though. I love it. I actually have it on my farm right now because I'm actually playing on Trucker Matsy's map. Mm-hmm. This is coming very handy in some of the large fields.
Oh yeah, no. So you're right. 100%, 113 megabytes for a planter is insane. But this mod is also insane. Like you get a ton of detail. You get to see those individual rockers go skipping across the dirt whenever you hit a bump or anything like that. It's super nice and satisfying to watch. It's incredible. It's an incredible mod, so I don't want to take anything away from custom modding and the amount of effort and work they put into this. Now, if you're on console, this thing is just, for me personally, a no-go right off the rip. So, like we mentioned, 113 megabytes right off the bat. You're talking a small map for one planter, a small map. That right there is a real hard sell. But then you take a look at their closest comparables. Closest thing we got to this is going to be the Kinsey 4905 Blue Drive. So again, taking a look at the mod here, $310,000 to buy, 4,428 liters. That does include both the liquid and liquid fertilizer as well as your seeds. And then you take a look here at the base game. 350 horsepower is required for this one. Did it say a horsepower requirement for the case?
380.
380. All right, so you're needing only an additional 30 horses for the case. That's not too bad. But then you take a look at everything else. 4,428 liter capacity compared to 7,068 for the Kinsey. I mean, right there, you're already missing out on over 3,000 liters for like to like. Now, where the case has it hands down beat is the working width. 27.4 meters for the working width. Yeah. It is almost an additional 10 meters wider than the Kinsey. Almost an additional 10. But the price for it, $249,500 for the Kinsey, $310,139 for the case. All in all, it's going to be a hard pass. That file size, I can't overcome it. It's not like, if this was like a 40-meter planter or something like that, then I would be like, okay, 113 megabytes, 40 meters, and let's say maybe in the ballpark of 400 to 415K, somewhere in that ballpark. I can consider it at that point, because you're getting a huge increase in working with, and not that much more in the kind of pricing scale. So all in all, it's gonna be a pass, unfortunately. Even though it is a incredible mod, incredibly highly detailed, and again, don't want to take anything away from custom modding because it is a beauty.
I do want to say, all these customizations here, not all of these are on there for consoles. So some of these are PC only. Which kind of stinks, which he released on his page. Because console has so many limits though.
Yep.
So he couldn't add everything in. So especially from this was so high on the poly count, which he worked closely with Giants to be able to get it on console. You know what the slack count is on this thing?
Oh, I'm gonna guess like 38.
29.
Okay, that wasn't too far off.
So I love it. I was super. I'm not kidding you. I was super happy when I saw that. I almost jumped out of my own skin. I was like, yeah.
You turning into a case fan, are you?
There are some case equipment that I absolutely love. I'm not a huge case fan. It's my number 3 favorite brand. So, there is a planter that's in testing right now. It's the DB120 from J.A. Ishimada right now. He's working with Giants right now to try to get it out.
Nice.
So, and then also custom modding's John Deere baler plus the accumulator is in testing. So
beauty.
Let's see here. Next one is be the Case IH 4400 series corn headers. This is by Jolly Farms Modding. This is 48.49 megabytes to download. And so you have a 6-row, 8-row, 12-row, and 16-row. So you have so basically it goes 6-row, 8-row, 12-row, 16-row. So for the 6-row, you got 79,800. For the 8-row, you got 87,500. For the 12-row, you got $137,495. And then for the 16-row, you have $164,559. So, and then it does have the 2 extra options on there, which it does say, but I'm not going to read this out. So basically, For the 6-row, you got 15 feet or 5.3 meters. You have the 8-row, which is 20 feet or 6 meters. You have the 12-row, which is 30 feet or 9 meters. And then you got the 16-row, which is 40 feet or 12.5 meters. This was a pass for me.
Same here. So you're talking 49 megabytes to install. That's pretty high right off the bat. And then we already have a case that's kind of built in base game. Now, it doesn't have the same functionality to where I don't think it folds up like this one does, how the whole kind of front scoops just kind of fold away kind of thing for storage and whatnot. That's kind of cool. I do like that. But all in all, this is essentially to add the kind of range for the case that could be available for any of your case harvesters. But the base game one you can see here is the 4418 and $88,000 to buy. So it puts it pretty firmly in between the, the 12-row and 16-row, because this one's a 10-meter, corn and sunflower header. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, $88,000. I mean, you're still cheaper than the 4412, which is bigger than this one. This one's a complete pass for me, because again, 88,000 for 10 meters, or I could spend 137,495 for a 9 meter. I mean, that one's gonna be a hard pass. And then you get into the other one down here, the 12.5 meter working width for $164,000. You're talking a doubling. No, I'm sorry, not a doubling. It's a 2.5 meter difference between what we have in base game compared to what this one is, but it is almost double the price. As you can see, 88,000 for this as opposed to 164,000, and you're not getting double the header width. So yeah, there's nothing that really kind of stands out and is appealing for this pack for me personally. So it's going to be a pass.
Yeah. Start from the top. So for the 6-row, this is going to be 8 slots. The 8-row is going to be 9 slots. The 12-row is going to be 10 slots, and the 16-row is going to be 12 slots. So. Let's see here. Next one is going to be the Case IH headers. This is by Mitchell. I'm sorry, I butchered that, but it's going to be 33.76 megabytes to download. So you have the Case IH 3050 Teraflex 41 foot. This is going to be you have a base price tag of $117,500. You are working with of 12 meters. You have the Case IH 3162 Teraflex Draper 45 foot. You do have a base price tag of $135,000 and I'm working with a 13.7. This was a pass for me.
Yeah, so pretty much copy and paste what I said about the last one. Megabyte size being 34 megabytes to install. You really don't have a huge incentive to install these, because at $135,000 for the Draper header, the 45 footer, you can get here in base game a 15.2 meter at $144,000. So for less than 10 grand more, you can get a working width of an additional, what is that? Almost a meter and a half wider for 10 grand more. So all in all, I mean, and again, this is also the Draper. It's got the built-in transport wheels and all that stuff, just like this one here does. So all in all, it's not worth the additional 34 megabytes to install, right, but rather just go with the base game one and you'll be a-okay.
So the better write this down. All right, so I believe, if I remember correctly, so the 45 foot is 10 slots and the 41 foot is 9 slots. So I mean, not awful in the slot count, but
no, not at all.
All right, so your next one is going to be the Lizard Double Drop B Train. This is by Ham, which I'm not going to say that modder's name. Or Banshee Joe or Woj.
Yeah, Banshee Woj.
Yeah, because ham. It's half beep modding. I'm not gonna say the full thing.
Took me a second to realize what you were getting there.
Yeah, that's the reason why it says ham. Well, because originally he actually had it as his full thing, and Giant said you can't say that.
Yeah.
So he just put it as ham. So for this, you have a base price tag of $150,000. It is 9.48 megabytes to download. You can actually detach the back piece if you want to, and you can actually get like another front piece, hook it up, detach the back piece, hook another front one up, and you can just like dolly chain them basically, going all the way down. I mean, this is a pass for me because I don't really use a setup like this, but
Yeah, this is gonna be a pass for me as well. This one, it's got its limits for me. 10 megabytes to install is not that bad. 150 grand, that's a lot of money. I mean, for what you're getting. And again, you're gonna be very limited as to where you can utilize this. If you got a big American map, then you're gonna be fine with using this. But anything other than a large American map is just not gonna do. I mean, you're not gonna be able to sling this whole trailer around on, let's say, I mean, anything short of an Elm Creek, really. That's going to have the wide open, the big wide areas you can turn and get into various areas around the map. You got any sort of constricting roadway, you're not getting around this thing at all.
I can think of one map this will be completely useless on.
Insert any European map, period.
Well, basically, but that was it Highland Trout? Highland River, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yep.
That's gonna be complete. And for everyone wondering, yes, it is 14 slots for the whole thing. So let's see here. Next one. This is going to be the Agriculture Flatbed Trailer 10M. This is by GNFS. It is going to be 5.69 megabytes. Nice to download. It's going to be, so you have a base price tag of $7,500. Then, so as you can see, it could hold a big harvester. There's actually a hook on the back. Let's see if I can see. Not here. You can't really see it there. You can't really see it there. Oh, yeah, right here, the last screenshot. You can see the little pin hitch thing back there. You can actually hook your header up, kind of like how it's showing right here in the third screenshot. You could basically dolly chain everything. Just haul it. This is gonna be a pass for me though. But
this one I really liked. This one I liked, and I did install this one. The fact that you can get not only just the kind of baby harvesters and stuff like that, like the Massey, from base game, but you can also see that the New Holland, the bigger New Holland, is pictured in the third screenshot there. I mean, it's a really good way to transport around your vehicles. And the fact that you also get that rear pin hitch to where you can just drag along the header as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be the kind of picture draper headers like what you see in screenshot number 3. It can be, your normal, detachable headers and whatnot on a header trailer. But I mean, all in all, I like it. And for 6 megabytes to install and less than $8,000 to buy, you can use this to sling around your harvesters, other tractors, whatever the case may be, or other products that you want to take around, your palleted goods and stuff. It could work as a nice little low loader. I mean, all in all, yeah, I installed this one. I like this one.
Yeah, it's only 5 slots on console.
And it also has a very unique design that I don't think I've ever seen before, to where the trailer is actually wrapped around the tires. Where you typically see trailers where the tires are kind of external to the trailer itself. You can see in the rear that the tires are actually like integrated inside the trailer deck. So it's just a very unique design, and it's interesting. I like it.
All right, let's see. Okay, here we go. So this is going to be the Maturay pack. Yeah, I think that's right. That's the Maturay pack. This is by Nico Pixes, Nico Do 55. This is going to be 116.85 megabytes to download. No, I'm not going to read all this off, but I have it written down here. So basically, you have 4 battle trailers, you have 2 manure spreaders, you have 6 trailers, and 1 animal trailer. In this pack. So this it is a huge pack. The battle trailers are auto load. To let everyone know, for all the trailers, there are different customizations. Oh yeah, it does say right here. I wrote it down just in case. But for the animal trailer, you could hold 12 sheep, 14 pigs, 6 cows, 6 horses. So and just an FYI, if you are using the battle trailers, even if you go with no auto load, there's no straps.
So this one here, I actually really like this one, but 117 megabytes. That's a lot. But you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 separate trailers and mods for this particular pack. So you're taking that is less than 10 megabytes per article that you're getting in this pack. Really, that's not bad with everything that you're getting. Now, if you're not a big fan of the manufacturer or anything like that, then it is what it is. But you do get a lot of stuff. Like Will said, you get the animal trailer, the bale trailers, you get the manure spreaders, you get the actual trailers. Like you get so much out of this. You get an auger wagon. I mean, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. So I mean, it'd be nice if you could just kind of pick and choose, kind of a la carte the stuff that you want. Hey, I don't want a tipper trailer out of this pack, but I would like the manure spreader or the animal trailer. I mean, $21,000 for the animal trailer is actually not that bad considering 12 pigs, 12 sheep, 14 pigs, 6 cows, and 6 horses. Again, having a vehicle that can do horses and the rest of the animals that are base is nice. That's a real nice kind of combination. But am I going to install 117 megabytes in order to get that animal trailer or any of the other kind of 1 or 2 things that I do want from this pack? No. So this one, unfortunately, is a pass, but I can understand the argument of those. Like, yeah, I can eke through that one.
This also does have a feature, which I know the big high lift trailer has, but the trailer can lift up. So you tip into another trailer. So, now here, this took a lot of work writing this down. So I'm going to start from the top. So basically, your battle trailers. So basically you got your small one, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got, literally they're all 4 slots. The battle trailers are all 4 slots. Both manure spreaders are 7 slots. The first, so you got 2 trailers, so the very first trailer. So if you're looking at the second screenshot, so you got 1, 2, so the first 2 on the left. You got 8 slots, and then you got the 2 in the middle. You got 9 slots. Now it doesn't show, yeah, it does show the other one. And then you have 6 slots, and then for the little teeny tiny one, the guy up here in front of the manure spreaders, that's 4 slots. And then for the animal trailer, it's 4 slots. So, I mean, not bad over the slot count either, especially for the amount of detail that they have. So,
oh yeah, like I said, it's a nice pack. Like everything here, just it looks really good, really sharp. The Nico Pixis did a fantastic job, and Nico do as well. I mean, they did wonderful. The problem is that because it's not a la carte kind of thing, committing 116 megabytes, which again is a small map, committing that amount of megabyte size for all these trailers that you may or may not use, just gonna be one that I'm gonna pass by.
but I already know what you're thinking already is well, I mean, this is a huge pack for 114 megabytes. It's a lot better than just that one single planner.
Oh yeah, no, and that's why I'm acknowledging, like, hey, you're getting 12 separate items, which means that each item is less than 10 megabytes per item. So I mean, it's a good deal. Like for what you're getting really good, good stuff for it. And even the individual megabyte sizes aren't that terrible. But because it's lumped into a pack, that really kind of crushes it for me personally, because you're having to then you have to commit almost 120 megabytes, and you may use 1, 2, 3, or 4 out of the 12 items in this pack, but you still have to have all 12.
Yeah. I do know that they wanted to release like the trailers together as a pack and then the manure spreader as a pack, but Giant said no, so they had made them put in one big pack. So
yeah.
Let's see here. Next one is going to be the Romeco U665 Power Disc. This is by JMZ. This is going to be 25.49 megabytes to download. You do have a price tag of $73,100. You do have a horsepower requirement of 420, and you're working with a 12 meters. But it's by JMZ. Like it's highly detailed.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, 26 megabytes to install, it's a bit high for that end. We are talking about disk arrows here. I don't personally use a lot of disk arrows, or really cultivation as a whole. I tend not to use a ton of them. When the situation would call for a cultivator or something like that, I tend to just compensate by using direct drills, seeding and whatnot, so I can kind of skip over that whole process. But it's one of those to where at the end of the day, you're talking $73,100, power requirement of a 420, and a working width of 12 meters. Well, the closest comparable is going to be the Kinsey Max Till 412. And again, if we take a look at prices, $137,000 for the Kinsey, 615 horses are required, and 12 meter working width. So it's the same working width as the Romenco. And then we take a look at the horsepower requirements for the Romenco, 420, for the Kinsey, 615. So you're saving over almost 200 horses between each one of these. And then the prices, again, $137,000 for the Kinsey and $73,000 here for the Romenco. So you're saving almost $70K for this. For 26 megabytes, if you like using disk arrows and you like using, if you like using disc arrows, this is a good one. This is going to be a good one because you're saving 70 grand right off the bat for the same working width and less horsepower requirements. So, yeah, I would definitely check this out.
And it's 11 slots for that. So, let's see here. Let's see here. For the next one, we have the MA/AG Kios series. This is by the SMI modding team. This will be 22 megabytes to download. 22.22 megabytes to download. It does come with a lot, as you can see. It's basically just two mods. It's basically one mod put into two. So basically you just have one mod and you can customize it to either be a mulcher or a roller, and it comes with all different configurations. So as you can see, there's a whole... I just find it weird though that they have it set up like this, because in game you adjust it. But in here it seems like they have set like several different versions of it. But there's not. There's only one version. So, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, so 23 megabytes to install, and you get a choice of either like a roller or a mulcher if you so choose. Kind of looking at our base comparables here, we got the Noach Speedmax 560, 21,000 hours to buy, and 130 horsepower at 5.6 meter working width. So that's closest one to that is going to be the 530 Crimper or 530 Cambridge. at 5.3 meter working width, $14,170. So right there off the bat, you are saving, about $6,000, from the crimper / Cambridge, as opposed to the Speedmax 560s, $21,000. And then taking a look at our power requirements, again, the Cambridge crimper requires a 70 horsepower, and the Speedmax requires 130, so you're almost doubling the horsepower demand right off the bat. And then again, taking a look at the working width, 5.3 meter working width as opposed to 5.6. So it's cheaper, it requires less horsepower, and it's only 0.3 meters smaller than what the Speedmax is. So, I mean, that's pretty decent. That's pretty good. Now, again, 23 megabytes. Yeah, it does offer that kind of nice feature. Is it going to be enough to kind of tip the scale? I could be talked into this one. I'll be perfectly honest. I could be absolutely talked into this one. So I don't really have a strong opinion in either direction on this one.
It's 15 slots. Let everyone know. And of course, it's coming from the SMI modding team, so it's going to be extremely highly detailed. So I mean, it's a pass from me, but I mean, I could definitely see someone using this on like that new map coming out from Giants, the Highland Water.
Mm-hmm.
See here. Next one is going to be the Lizard PB3 0x1 or 0x1. This is by AgroSketch. This is going to be 9.35 megabytes to download. So he has 3 of them in this pack. So you have the PB3 031. You have a base price tag of So I don't like how they have this set up. Oh yeah, so it's gonna be $2,893. I don't know why they have 70 cents in there.
Just
you
to mess with you.
Yeah. You do have a horsepower requirement of 40. You do have a working width of 3 meters, and then you have the 051, which has a price tag of $3,893. Horsepower requirement of 70. Working with 5 meters. And then you have the 081. So you have a base price of $9,215. You do have a horsepower requirement of 120 and a work with 8 meters. I like this.
So for less than 10 megabytes to install, that's a good starting point. But then we take a look at some of our comparables here. So taking a look, we're going to focus on the 3 meter one here real quick. $2,893. Let's say 2,894 just to round up. Horsepower requirement of 40 and a working width of 3 meters. Not too shabby for everything, because you take a look at the Noach EcoMax or Eco Cultivator 300. $16,000 to buy. So again, it's almost $13,000 more expensive. Same working width and requires 110 horsepower as compared to the 40 horsepower for this one here. So this one, just the 3 meter by itself completely blows it out of the water. And then if you focus in on the, say, 5 meter working width, again, that's going to be the Lemken Schmarg 9 500K, 24,500 as compared to the 3,893. So again, you're saving $20,000+. I mean, everything in this pack is going to save you money at the end of the day. So if you want a cultivator that's going to save you money, it's going to look good doing it, here you go. This is going to be a good option for you. Again, 10 megabytes to install. I like it. I like it a lot.
And like the little harrow things in the back on the chains, they actually move when you drive.
Yep.
Now going from small to largest, you got 3 meters. You got 3 slots, 4 slots, 4 slots. Not awful on the slot count at all.
Not at all.
So, let's see. Do you have any chat you want to catch up with real quick?
Yes. So let's see. I believe I left off with Ken says later to Samuel. Jonas says, I love that Case IH planter. like I said, it is an absolute beauty of a mod. Absolute beauty. Don't let me talk anybody out of it. If you want to commit the 100+ megabytes to install it, then be my guest. It's just, like I said, I can install a small map on my console for that, so I'm just going to go with that. Let's see. We got Ken says, "Oh, please, WillT, read off the change logs." Let's see. We got Ken also saying, "Just lost the audio BDD." Oh no. Huh. I wonder because that's weird because I'm showing that I've got audio here.
I can hear you.
You can hear me. Oh, okay. Audio back. Okay. Cool. Huh. That's weird. I don't know what happened there.
Weird.
Very weird.
Oh.
All right. What'd you do?
This whole entire time, for the second time that I had to restart my stream, I had my desktop audio where people could hear you muted this entire time.
Oh. You know
Like
what? I'm gonna start thinking that you're doing this on purpose.
Guys, I'm so sorry. No, I've been in a lot of pain for the past 2 weeks. This whole last week's been nothing but a long week, so forgive me.
So. I'll forgive you this one time.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
the pain will give you a bye for this one time.
Just this one? Wow.
Just
thanks.
This one.
Yeah, you all caught up or no?
I'm all caught up.
Perfect. Let's see here. Next one is going to be the Seppi M S9 base. This is by ADA or Agra Design Austria. This is going to be 6.86 megabytes to download. You're going to find it under mulchers. You do have a price tag of $7,000. You do have a horsepower range between 100 and 220. You do have a working width of 2.75 meters. Now, I'm kind of curious because it doesn't have like a bigger working width on it. So I'm kind of curious why it says 100 to 220. I didn't even write that down on my notes. So that's weird.
I mean, I wonder because it almost looks like it has a kind of pass through.
Well, yeah.
I wonder.
I don't know.
Yeah, because you see, it's got the 3-point link pass through. So I wonder if whatever you're passing through it, that's the 220 it's requiring. So maybe like mulching and then maybe a plow behind it or something.
Probably. Well,
so
it's a pass for me though.
I mean, 7 megabytes to install, $7,000 to buy, 100 horsepower to start out with, and a 2.75 meter working with. That is going to put us into the Notch Speedmax 300 territory for $11,000 to buy, 80 horsepower to power it, and 3 meters to work with. So right off the bat, you're saving $4,000. $4,000 by using the base mod. As you can see, 7,000 versus 11. You've got a power requirement of 80 for the Speedmax 300 as opposed to the 100. So you're going to invest, an extra 20 horses. And then the 2.75 versus 3. So the ultimate question is the $4,000 that you're saving for this Seppi mod going to be worth the price as opposed to just using the base game Speedmax here? Me personally, I'm probably just going to stick with spending the $4,000 on the Speedmax and just kind of go from there. I mean, for 7 megabytes, it's not that bad. Now, I am interested in this because it does have that pass through, so you're able to, potentially do like plowing behind it, but finding yourself a 2 3/4 meter plow, might prove to be a bit difficult. You figure. The only one in base game we have is the AgriBusiness POV 5XL. That's at 2.5 meters. So it's not a 1-to-1 as compared to the 2 3/4. This one is 2.5. So all in all, yeah, this is going to be a pass for me. Although I am interested in that pass through. If there's another mod that comes along that kind of daisy chains along with this, then that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and go figure that this was like the one that I completely forgot to write down. But if I remember correctly, it was 6 slots.
Gotcha.
So, let's see here. Next one. This is going to be the Adco Square Balers. This is by Farming Duds Pascal. Are you really are you related to Pascal, the Mandalorian? This is gonna be 31.74 megabytes to download. You have the 1290S XD. This is the older baler, I believe. You have a base price of $155,000. You do have a horsepower requirement of 200. Then you have the 1290N UD. This is gonna be $164,000. That's a price tag. And then you have a horsepower requirement of 275. And then you have Baler's Choice Hay Additive, which is a option you can get on there. You have a price tag of $2,600, and you have a capacity of 880 liters in it. So basically, because you can have either a silage additive on there, like you usually can, or a hay additive. So when you're baling hay, you get a bonus. That's one thing I do like about this.
So that is really nice. I mean, 32 megabytes to install, but having the ability to have a bonus on your hay as opposed to just making silage, aka for this one here, it'd just be your grass bales. You know, that's basically what it would boil down to for that one. But I mean, taking a look at this, you can have your kind of old school looking one for 155,000. You know, the closest one we have is going to be the K-brand SB 1290 ID, 164,000 for its base. I mean, right off the bat there, you're already saving about $9,000. And the horsepower requirement for this is 195 as opposed to the mod here requiring 200. And the working speed, you know, I think is both 10 miles an hour if I do my conversions correctly. So all in all, yes, this first one is going to save you a little bit of cash. The second one here, the UD, that one is going to be pretty much a push. I mean, basically everything from the K brand I just read off, it's basically the same, with the exception of the horsepower requirements. It's nearly an extra 100 horsepower that you need, you know, from the kind of modded UD as opposed to the K brand's 195 horsepower. You need an additional almost another 100 horses in order to push this forward. So all in all, what do I think about this? I like the fact that you have the hay adage. That's pretty cool. The hay additive, I think that's really nice. I would love to see that implemented more across the board rather than just in this pack, because all in all, for 32 megabytes, I'm going to skip this one personally. There's not enough bang for the buck in order to make this one worth installing as compared to just getting some of the base models. So yeah, this is going to be a pass, but I do like the premise.
You there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. My cord fell out of my computer for the internet thing because the little clip thing's broken. So.
Uh-oh.
So I'm back.
Nice.
I'm just gonna keep my foot away from that. So.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, I mean, I really like this. I mean, if I was on PC, I would totally get it. I mean, I am on PC. Why do I keep saying that? If my game was working, then I'd get it on my PC. But on console, I probably wouldn't. I know that for the older baler, you got 2 options for Fent, one option for Massey. For the newer baler, you have 1 option for Fent, 1 option for Massey. For the older baler, it's 11 slots. Newer baler is 12 slots. And for the silage additive, wow. For the hay additive, it's gonna be 4 slots. So. Alrighty. Now, as I am back, let's see here. All right. Next one is gonna be the Lemken Azerit 9/10 Solitaire 23. This is by Hispano. Go figure. Um, you know for a fact, any mod days that we have, there's at least one thing from Hispano.
He's a busy boy.
Let's see. We have 18.16 megabytes to download for the Azuret 9, which is your planner. You have a base price tag of $63,500. You have a horsepower requirement of 160. You do have a capacity of 600 liters. That's seed only. And you do have a work width of 6 meters. And then for the Solitaire 23, which is the seed tank, the front, you have a price tag of $8,000, capacity of 2,000 liters. That you can put solid fertilizer in, or extra seeds.
So for me, this one's going to be a pass. 19 megabytes to install, not that bad. But then we take a look at some of the other things compared to the base game comparables. $63,500 to buy, 160 horsepower to run it, and 600 liters. Well, the closest thing we have is the K-Brand Maxima 3 till, 59,000. So already the mod is about $4,500 more expensive than the base game. Then you take a look at the kind of the capacities. 595 liter capacity for the K brand as opposed to the 600 liter for the mod here. And then same exact working with. So less, not that much more in the ways of capacity. It is more expensive by about $4,000 than the base game, K brand. And for an additional 19 megabytes to install, I'm just going to go ahead and pass on this one.
Oh yeah, me too. So for the front tank, it's 4 slots, and for the rear planner, it's 12 slots. So I'm honestly hoping that this helps people for me doing the slot counts. I really do. So see here. Next one's gonna be the Lely mower pack. This is by Just Farming. This is going to be 12.64 megabytes to download. So you have the Splendmio? Or
What'd you call me?
Splendimo? Yeah, Splendimo. 320 FC. You do have a price tag of $20,000. You do have a horsepower requirement of 70, working with a 3.2 meters. Then you have the Splendimo 900 MC. This you do have a price tag of $49,000. Horsepower requirement of 160. Working with of 9 meters. This is a pass for me, honestly. I never really use these.
So taking a look at the mods, or taking a look at the closest comparable. So far we've got a 13 megabyte install. For the front, it's going to be $20,000, 70 horsepower requirement, and 3.2 meter working with. For the rear, $49,000 to buy, 160 horsepower to power, and 9 meter working with. So closest thing we've got base game is probably going to be the I mean, really. Yeah, I mean, this one's going to be kind of an in-between-Z. So it's going to be in between the K-Brand front and rear deck mower and the Samaz front and rear deck mower. But kind of, sort of. You know what? No, I'm not gonna say the Samaz because that does have the buncher in the back. So we're going to stick with the K-Brand. We're going to stick with the K-Brand as the closest comparable. So looking at the front deck mower first. So the K-Brand is the GMD 3123F for $13,500 to buy, as opposed to the $20,000 for the Lely. So right there, you're already spending about $6,500 more for the Lely as opposed to the K-Brand. And the working width for the K-Brand, 3.1 meters as opposed to 3.2 for the Lely. So right off the bat, you're only getting an extra meter, but you're spending an extra $6,500. Right there, red flags right away. Then you take a look at the rear deck. The Lely requires $49,000 to buy, 160 horsepower, 9 meter working width. The K brand is $35,000, 8.3 meter working with, and only 120 horsepower. So right off the bat, you are saving about 14 grand right off the bat, just in price. Then you take a look at the horsepower requirement. The K brand requires 120 as opposed to the 160 from the Lely. And then the working width, 8.3 meter working width for the K brand, 9 meter for the Lely. So overall, the rear deck is not that much bigger for about an extra 14 grand. Again, that part of it is not really one that's going to be kind of interest to me. So 13 megabytes and more expensive, not that much bigger we're working with, is going to be a pass for me.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. So the front Lely mower piece, which is this one right here, it's going to be 3 slots, and the rear is going to be 4 slots. So let's see. The next one is going to be the Jatco J 7700G. This is by Farm Central Seoul. This is going to be 2.70 megabytes to download. You do have a price tag of $4,300. You do it says power, horsepower of 18.7. Basically, it's you, because you can push it. You place it down and then push it. It's a water pressure. I like this. It's really kind of neat.
So for 3 megabytes to install, $4,300 to buy, this one is going to be a pass for me. The reason it's going to be a pass is that there's nothing that's really any different, but different enough from what we get here in base game. So you can see here the base game is $4,300. This is this one here is $4,300. So it's the same price. It's just got a different kind of look to it that is really just not enough for me to be able to be like, oh yeah, I'm definitely signing up for, you know, an extra 3 megabytes worth of space to have something that just looks slightly different. So for me, it's gonna be a pass.
And there's 3 slots for anyone wondering. Let's see here. Next one is gonna be the consumable support. This is by Mattio40/NicoDo55. It's going to be 3.59 megabytes to download. You do have a base price tag of $1,000. And it can hold 12. So basically, it can either do your net, twine, or wrap.
I like it. For $1,000 and 4 megabytes, it gives you the ability to kind of get to be mobile with your, you know, baling necessities kind of thing. So all in all, I like it. I think that's really cool. And more, what I mean by mobile is that it allows you to be able to, like, instead of taking the pallet along with you somewhere where it could fall off or it could slip off your pallet forks, whatever the case may be, it allows you to be able to just load it into its own like little storage cubby, and then you're done. You just can take it around the map and you're done. It's like not just going to fall off in the middle of the road. It's not going to slip off the pallet, things like that. It's just going to be there, which is nice. And I presume, now don't quote me on this, but I presume that it's going to work very similarly to, let's say, other products out there, to where if you attach, let's say, a front fertilizer tank and a rear fertilizer spreader to your tractor, the aggregate of both units will be the total amount of capacity that you are able to sling out for use. So my guess, or my presumption, is that if you have a baler with, let's say, 10 bale twines, and you got the front consumable support with room for 12, well, now all of a sudden you've got 22 consumable rolls. Rather than having to unhook, it's going to just sit there and actually consume it right off the roll, kind of thing, if that makes sense. That's been my experience in the past. I'm not saying that this is going to be for certain do that, but that's my best guess, is you're basically increasing the capacity as long as it's attached to the tractor that you're working with, your actual implement with.
Well, because I know the one that I have installed on my console, on my Xbox that I use, you actually have to detach it from the front, pull the baler up next to it, reload it, back up, attach it, and it doesn't add like an extra capacity to it.
It doesn't. Okay.
So, on the one that I have, I don't know about this one. I do know that there are 3 separate models for this, so it's not just one model. You can do all of it because they're all like the little pegs are different. The
Gotcha.
designs are different, so they're all going to be different. They're all one slot though.
That, you know what? That's too much, too intrusive. The whole mod's ruined.
Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Next one's gonna be the outdoor chicken coop. This is by the Lort. It's gonna be 2.47 megabytes to download. So you got your small, medium, or large. So you're small, you have a price tag of $10,000, capacity of 500 chickens. Which, if I remember correctly, I think it was like 500 and something, or it was like 600 and something like that. But it wasn't exactly 500. For your medium one, you have a price tag of $12,000. It says capacity of 750 chickens. It held 860 chickens. When you place it down, and then for the large chicken coop, you have a price tag of $14,000. It says a capacity of 1,000 chickens. Wrong. When you place it down, it holds 1,217.
How dare they?
So, I mean, I do like this pack of chicken coop. This is a good pack.
This is a good pack. I do like it as well. For 3 megabytes, 3, that's it. You get 3 separate chicken coops and, you know, a range of capacities from 500 to 1,200, and you said 250?
For which one? For the high one?
For the big one, yeah. What was the range on that one?
So it says 1,000 chickens, but it was 1,217.
217. Okay. So yeah, I mean, all in all, you get a really good amount of chickens in, you know, a small package. For the small one here, which I find absolutely hysterical, small free range chicken coop for 10 grand, 500 chickens. There's nothing small about 500 chickens.
It was, I believe it was like 600 and something when you place it down.
You know what? Regardless, that's still that. My point is, 500+ chickens. It's no,
grand.
that's not small. That's not small at all. Now, again, looking at our base game comparables here, just focusing on the small one, because even the small one blows out even the biggest thing we have out of the water base game. The chicken coop here for $79,000, right? $79,000 only holds 360 chickens. So even if you were to take just what this is actually saying, you know, to heart, $10,000 and 500 chickens, you're still saving $69,000 off the base price, and you're getting an additional 140 chickens. 140 chickens for a stupid, ridiculous small price. I mean, even taking into the account the big pack, the big one here, and again, just taking it base value. I know Will said that they were actually like 1,217 chickens, not 1,000, but 14 grand. 14 grand for over 1,000 chickens is insane. Insane. So you're still spending, you know, significantly less money for a significant increase to the volume that you're actually going to get. 360 versus over 1,000. You basically have almost an additional 1,000 chickens that you can place down for less, significantly less than what you would in base game. So, I mean, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. This is absolutely an install all day, every day.
It's a win-win, you know. And here's the third win I'm going to add on to that too. Each one of them, it doesn't matter if it's a small, medium, or large. It's 222 for a slot count. 2 slots. That's it.
Booyah.
So, Let's see. The other thing I do want to mention is that when you place it down, you cannot customize the pasture. So,
Darn.
yeah.
You know what, Will? You just ruined the mod for me. I loved it up until that point. The moment you said I can't customize it, ruined. All ruined. The Lord, how could you? How could you disappoint me?
Wow. All right. Let's see here. The next one is going to be greenhouses for root crops. This is by Scandinavian Vikings mod rebuilt team. What a name. You might as well just call yourself SVMT or SVMRT. It's gonna be 15.20 megabytes to download. There are a couple different greenhouses in here. You have so your first one. So you have your steel greenhouse price, which is $10,000. You have your wood greenhouse price, which is $11,000. Cycles per month is 32. I mean, cycles per hour is 32. Cycles per month is 528. Input is water, herbicides, seeds, manure. Output is sugar beet, potato, carrot, parsnips, and beetroot. Storage capacity per fruit is 18,000 liters. Now there is a warning in here. Make sure if you use this, make sure you enable one root crop at a time. So this is a pass for me, but
I love this. I absolutely love it. For less than 16 megabytes to install, you don't have to go through the arduous, painstaking, dread-filling, loathsome task of dealing with root crops. I know there's a ton of people out there right now. It's like, Dave, what are you thinking? Root crops are awesome. You get so much from them. Yes, you do. You get a ton, but you spend so much time. Oh my goodness. In the time it takes me to do one field of root crops, I could get about a bajillion other things done, including my taxes. I'm sorry, but when it comes to root crops, that is one of the last things that I want to do on any map for any reason. There's a reason why I hold Chris and Riley S in such high regards when it comes to their mods. It is because the root crop ability to be able to rip through and get it done in 2 passes is so much more valuable for me and my sanity than just going out and doing root crops, whichever one they may be. So this being out there to be able to just, kind of rip and go through, yes, sign me up all day, all night. I love it. The models look fantastic, both of them, because they both just kind of stand out. The kind of standard glass greenhouse got the roll-up bay doors, which I think is absolutely fantastic looking. I think that's really cool. And then the kind of wooden one also is really nice. So you get this kind of really nice contrast between the 2 separate greenhouses here. And again, the fact that you can do all your root crops, whether they're sugar beets, potatoes, carrots, parsnips, and beetroot, and it's not like an overwhelmingly overpowered kind of output kind of thing. It's kind of in line with what you would be able to harvest out, especially if you do just one crop at a time. It's invaluable in my opinion, and yeah, I absolutely love this one. Love it. I downloaded this as soon as I saw it. I did a little happy dance in my computer chair.
of course you did.
Hey, you know what? Like I said, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of doing root crops. It takes so much time, so much time. I mean, especially the new stuff. Like if you're using any of the base game stuff, now I know there's some stuff out there that kind of makes root crops for for last year's expansions. So like they called it the vegetable harvesters. But I mean, if you're using base game stuff for that, I mean, good night. one billet rows, or you got 3 one billets, and then you got the 4 billet where you have to kind of tag along and just kind of do I'm going along with it, yay. No, and you're spending $700,000 for that big old beefy 4 billet unit. No.
There was that mod that came out. It was a harvester that has a capacity to do it.
Yes, the one day wolf that gets a capacity.
Yeah.
Now we do get the one base game that has the capacity, the 5,500 liters. But I mean, you fill that up in one pass. But again, it's a single billet row. Like you're only getting one row of crop, so that's you only get the 5,000 liter capacity. But you're sitting there spinning around the entirety of the field, 600 laps. It's like, hey, the farming version of NASCAR. Can anybody tell I have my ranty pants on today?
Yep. Let's see. So the first one, which is not the wooden greenhouse, that's 8 slots. The wooden greenhouse is 10 slots. For anyone who's wondering. All right, now this is the one with the cow bar, with the issue I was talking about. Building for Colony by Rajo G Play. This is gonna be 57.94 megabytes to download. So you do have a silo, which costs $40,000. It has a capacity of 80,000 liters. You do have a garage, which is $20,000. You do have a carport, which costs $5,000. You have a cow barn, $55,000. Maximum number of animals is 30. And then you have the second cow barn, which costs $40,000. Maximum number of cows is 30. Which one of them has a pasture on it, and that pasture, if I remember correctly, cannot be customized. So you're just stuck with it.
So 58 megabytes is a lot, but the models look amazing. Rajo G Play does a fantastic job making beautiful mods and models. I will 100% give them that all day, every day. That being said, 60 megabytes for all this, I'm going to be a pass. And again, you get that very specific, kind of style, that kind of European style. I think this is more like kind of Eastern European, maybe, or maybe even like Polish. Anyways, long story short, it's going to fit a very specific style of map. It's going to fit very specific areas. It's not going to be kind of universal enough to be able to like spread it out amongst your playable map series and stuff like that. So for almost 60 megabytes, I'm just going to move on. But I will say, very highly detailed. I love the fourth screenshot here with the kind of sickle that's hung up on the side wall there. I think that's really cool, and you get all the kind of detailed brickwork. You can see here along the left side of the fifth screenshot here, the kind of discolored bricks, as well as the kind of trim that's around the window there. You get the point. The point being, it's a brilliant looking mod. It's a shame that it's not working up to full capacity, but at the end of the day, it's nice. Just that file size though.
Yeah. Well, here's the real kicker: the file size, but it's gonna get worse.
Yep.
So the carport is 5 slots, not bad. The garage is 24 slots, still not awful. The silo is 33 slots.
Oof.
The cow barn with a pasture is 41 slots.
Ooh.
The other cow barn is 27 slots. So you're looking at extremely high slot counts.
Yeah.
For most, especially 41 slots.
Yeah, that's a lot of slots.
Let's move on from that. Bye bye.
Move Moving on.
Next one is be the Garage with Workshop. This is by Patty and Ikis. This is gonna be 5.74 megabytes to download. You do have a price tag of $40,000. I love this.
6 megabytes and 40 grand. What's not to love? I mean, you're talking about really high entryway doors there, so you're going to be able to fit a decent amount of stuff in here. It's got the repair trigger on the inside. All in all, yeah, it's nice. I would definitely install this.
And it is customize and repaint. Or it's repair and repaint, I should say.
Nice.
For this, 29 slots. For that. So, it is up there on the slot count, but it's also by ICAS.
Yeah.
So, next one is with the U.S. construction fences. This is by Gamers Design. It's going to be 2.27 megabytes to download. Price tag is $25, but that's like per section. As you can see, there's three different versions here. This is a pass for me.
Yeah, same here. I mean, 3 megabytes to install, not that bad. $25 to buy, again, not that bad. It's one of those where this would, fit very nicely on an American style map if you wanted to kind of look like a construction zone or just a kind of like temporary barrier role play kind of thing. Yeah, absolutely. I think it would be really nice. But for me personally, just not really worth it.
For each fence, for all three of them, so you got 3 slots, 3 slots, 3 slots. So let's see here. Next one is we temporary wire silos. This is by JD Modding ARG. This is 3.72 megabytes to download. You do have a price range between $750 and $1,500. You do have capacities of 12,000 for the smaller one, 34,000 for the medium one, and then 74,000 for the larger one. I love these.
Absolutely love these. 100%. 4 megabytes to install and $750 for a 12,000 liter capacity, or $1,500 $1,500 for a 74,000 liter capacity. Sign me up. These have a fill plane in it, so you can actually see the grain actually filling up the silo as you're doing it. Normally, these kind of silos, I don't even begin to look at. Normally, I just kind of, run away from this kind of stuff. But the fact that, you've got this really kind of nice looking model, being able to see on the inside, watch it fill up as the fill plane fills up, it's really slick. It's really, really cool. And they're all small enough to where you could use a normal auger wagon to be able to just load into it. You don't need to have the like in the first picture here where it has the auger that's kind of separate from everything else. You don't have to have that. So which is nice. I like that a lot. And then, to take out of it, you are going to need, either a small auger or something like that to be able to take out of it. But again, it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. For the amount of money that you're saving on this stuff is ridiculous. And if we take a look at the, at our silos here in base game, I mean, really there's not going to be a good comparison. But I mean, closest thing we've got is the silo here up at the very first one, 75,000 liter capacity for that one. So it's pretty darn close, actually. So you're missing out on 1,000 liter, that's it. But the price, 30 grand for this one, as opposed to 1,500 for that near same capacity. Now, does the base game one, does that stack? Is that a total of 75,000 for each product, or is that 75,000 for all products that are inside of that silo? I'm not sure of that one, but
one crop at a time.
What's that?
One crop at a time.
One crop at a time. So yeah, it's well, no. I'm talking about the base game one, not the mod.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so what I'm wondering is the base game one 75,000 per crop, or is it 75,000 total storage space kind of thing, but it can hold multiple crops? I'm pretty sure that it's the latter, not the former. But yeah, this one you can put down like 5-6 of these for dirt cheap. You're talking less than what, 20 grand for enough of them to be able to have, each one of your silos be filled up for a single crop. So, I mean, it's dirt cheap, dirt cheap. And then you got 74,000 liters of capacity for each one of your base game crops. I mean, how can you go wrong?
Right. Well, for the small silo, it's 10 slots, and for the medium and the large, both 11 slots. They're even pretty low in the slot count, too, which is pretty nice.
Oh, yeah, considering that you got these with a fill plane in them, that you got all this kind of additional, stuff going on. Yeah, that's kind of shocking, actually.
Let's see here. Next one would be the Dairy Special. This is by NASA B82. It's going to be 10.95 megabytes to download. You do have a price tag of $25,000. So it does all your standard dairy, plus your new recipes. I love this for this reason. So you got mozzarella cheese. Input normal milk. So you got 5 milk, output 4 mozzarella. Number 2 is ricotta. Input 10 milk, output 8 ricotta. Number 3 is gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola.
Input 10 milk, output 6. And then 4, mattered goat cheese. Input 20 goat milk, output 12 mature cheese. Oh, not mattered, matured goat cheese. So it says all cycles have been increased compared to the base game. Now, I believe, if I remember correctly, he had a picture, I think, here. No, he didn't. Okay, I thought he did. I love, because you can either have it as a brick or as like a plaster. I love the brick look on it, though. I love this mod because now I can do mozzarella without having to get water buffalo.
Yeah. I mean, this is a fantastic mod. 11 megabytes to install, and you get a nice detailed building that you can step inside to and to kind of, see the inner gubbins of it. You get all the additional outputs. You get the mozzarella, the ricotta, gorgonzola, and the matured goat's cheese. I mean, you can't go wrong. Again, you can't go wrong with this one. And again, 11 megabytes to install. Get this one. Check it out.
And for everyone, it's 25 slots. But, I mean, you can see where all that slot count's going.
100%.
Do you want to catch up with your chat real quick?
I do. Let's see. So we've got... Where was I? Oh, that's... Oh, I see what happened there. All right. So, let's see. Ken says, nope, WillT, need a doctor's note to be excused. LOL. Ken also says, just an idea. How about you and WillT do a let's play together? Competition, LOL. Yes, that is definitely something that is going to be in the works here at some point. Jonah says, WillT, no matter what, you are helping people out. Absolutely. And
appreciate that.
Jonah with a $4.99 super chat. Sorry that did not get announced actually during the stream. I just realized that this particular scene that I'm on, where it's showing the internet page, the mod hub here, it doesn't have that linked into it, so I gotta update that after the stream. But again, Jonah with a $4.99 super chat says, new challenge, do 1 root crop on all the fields of foot. Oh no, Jonah, take your money back. Take your money back. Take the $5. I don't need it that badly.
Hey, Jonah, ready? He should do that, but he has to use the smallest equipment possible.
Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Why do you all hate me so much? I thought we were friends.
We don't hate you.
Oh, you don't hate me. Do the biggest fields that is possible with the single row billet crop harvester. Are we kidding right now?
I never said the biggest fields, now did I? I just said that you couldn't use. I just said you couldn't use the Colossus pack. You had to use the smallest equipment. I never said the biggest field. Jonah said the biggest field.
Yes, yeah, but you would imagine that you're piggybacking off of what he was saying. So, in all fairness,
All fairness.
to be fair,
To be fair, cheerio.
oh my goodness. So we got Jonah also says we can make it a challenge with the tier 3. Oh my goodness. You know what, Jonah? I tell you what. The next live stream we do, we'll invite you in there, and then I'll just let you go to town on doing the root crops. I'll set up a field for you, and I'll just let you go to absolute town on the harvesting. There you go.
He has to do carrots with like the one liner.
Oh my goodness.
The one road.
What are you guys doing? Why? Why?
No. That was referring for Jonah.
Oh no.
Not for you.
Trust me. I understood. I got it. I don't like to see people in pain. Ken says because you went to the dark side. I did go to the dark side. I did. Yes. But that's all the more reason for me to be able to have, have all the fancy like equipment and the tricks and the trades and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay, went to PC.
What's that?
Oh, because you went to PC.
The dark side. Yes, sir. Jonah says, pain I play on 4 fields every day of my life is pain. Oh, that is extremely true. It is extremely true. I'm all caught up there, Will. What about you?
All set. All right, let's see here. I mean, my PC works. It's just the game doesn't want to run for some odd reason, so I have to look into getting a new PC. Let's see here. Next one is going to be Medium Garage. This is by 750 Ti modding. It's going to be 9.79 megabytes to download. You do have a price tag of $35,000. This is a pass for me. This I can see being used on like Zalanga. But
so I mean, 10 megabytes to install, $35,000 buy. It's nothing wrong with this mod whatsoever. It's definitely got that smaller vibe look to it. It's not going to fit any harvesters, anything like that. It's going to fit, maybe at best a medium-sized tractor. As pictured here, it looks like that might be a small John Deere, but it might also be a medium, like a small medium-sized John Deere in the first picture there. So all in all, this is going to be a pass for me because again, it's really meant for small equipment. But yeah, for anybody else who's looking for a small farm barn, here you go. This is a good one.
that is actually the John Deere 5M series from Just Farming that came out.
So yeah, small. So yeah, this is gonna fit small equipment only. It's not gonna fit anything bigger than a small tractor.
Yeah. It's also 18 slots for anyone wondering. Let's see here. Next one is going to be Village Shop. This is by Cookson. This is going to be 7.80 megabytes to download. You have a price tag of $20,000, and this is a sell point. So,
I like it.
This is a pass for me.
I like it. 8 megabytes, 20 grand. If you want a sell point that's, more than just, a grade on the ground, here you go.
It's 15 slots too, for anyone wondering. Now these next two I didn't write down the slot count because there's just too many trees in here to even consider jotting them all down.
How dare you?
So the first one is going to be the Tree Deco Pack. This is by Agro Kypria.
Kapari? Anyways.
I don't know. It's going to be 21.55 megabytes to download. Price tag $50. That's per tree. So I do know that the slot count wasn't super high. I think it was like 3, 4 for these trees. So it wasn't like super, super high.
I mean, 22 megabytes for, a pack of trees is a bit much, but
Yeah.
from what I remember, you do get a lot in this pack. Like, it's not like you're getting just like, one or two trees. Like, you're getting a whole bunch of different styles, colors, and all sorts of different stuff. So it's one of those where, I mean, am I going to install it? No. But I could be, I can hear the argument on this one.
It does say note. These trees are decorative, so they cannot be cut, but rather demolished. So, next one is going to be place deco trees indefinitely. This is by Der Hall Profi, something like that. It's going to be 40.71 megabytes to download. I can tell you that some of these are low, like 7, 6. There's a couple of them that are 3. There are a couple of them in here that I looked through briefly that are 34 slots for some of these trees.
So for 41 megabytes to install this one, I overlooked the size of the file. This is one that I actually really like, and here's why. I cannot tell you the number of times where I have gone into a map and start playing it and then want to place down a tree. Whether it's, because of I'm just decorating or whatever the case may be, and I can't do it because, oh, your tree limit has been reached. But I still want that tree. I still want it. Like, and I'm not going to go run out and cut down 3, 4, 5, 7,000 trees. I would just want one tree. And I can't do it. This allows me to do it. So yes, it's 41 megabytes to install. It's a lot to install. But in my opinion, if you are not wanting to do a whole bunch of, woodworking or anything like that, and you just want to be able to just say, hey, I want this as deco. I don't care that I can't cut it down. I can destroy it if I need to, but it's going to give me that kind of aesthetic appeal that, I wouldn't be able to get otherwise because the tree limit is reached. Here you go. This, I think, is a good alternative.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's a pass. But I mean, my biggest concern is that I saw it. If I remember correctly, when I went through this, I think there was like 6 trees that were 34 slots. I'm like, jeez Louise.
No, here's the thing: is that the first tree that you get maybe 34 slots. I'm curious to know what the second, third, or fourth.
3.
Oh yeah, so it's a great reduction.
Yeah. So let's see here. Next one is going to be automatic water for animals and greenhouses. This is by Joga Dim. This is 0.23 megabytes to download. Price tag $5,000. Love this mod. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
I'm right there with you. 100%. For not even a quarter of a megabyte and $5,000, you can place this down next to your animal pens and greenhouses, and then boom, you get millions of liters of water. Millions. Just directly injected into that pen and pasture or the greenhouse. Now, word of warning. If you purchase this and you screw up the purchasing, you place it down and you try and sell it, you're not just selling the actual item itself. Now, the reason being is that this is technically a silo, right? So it's got millions of liters. I think it might even have, what does that say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a billion. It's got a billion liters worth of water inside of it. So you're selling the silo, and anytime you have a product that's inside of a silo, it auto sells the product that's in it. So this is selling 1 billion liters of water at whatever market price is set at that point in time of the sale. So all of a sudden you're making millions of dollars on a water sale. So just keep that in mind. Be careful. Place this down with explicit intent. Save beforehand. Save beforehand. Don't place it, then save it, and then realize, oh crap, I just had it's first world problems, right? You place down something, you make a mistake, and you make millions of dollars in your mistake. Anyways, long story short, just be careful. If you care about the kind of aesthetics of your game and how you're wanting to play it, this is an awesome alternative. If you have like a pasture that requires water, but you're sick and tired of dealing with water, this is a good one to have.
Yeah, 100%. Also, it's actually it's a silo extension. It's not really a silo, it's a silo extension.
Yes.
So, and it's 4 slots, for anyone wondering. So, worth every little bit of 4 slot possible. Now, as for the, here's 16. So for the 15th, all we got was a bunch of updates.
Yep.
Which I know one of them was your lime fertilizer and salt herbicide production.
I'm so angry about that.
Yeah.
So before we move on to that, before I explain why I'm angry, favorite mod from the 16th?
The case planner from Custom Modding, hands down.
Automatic water for animals and greenhouses. That's absolutely my favorite.
That was the second one. That's my second, very close to first.
All right, so can I get my ranty pants on real quick?
Yeah, just real quick. I just want to read this real quick.
Okay.
So changelog 1.0.01, change to fill types file to register on consoles. All right, you're good.
The cake is a lie. The cake is a lie. I know you don't understand that reference. I get it, but the cake is a lie. For any of those Portal fans out there, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But all right, so it says to change to the fill types. I'm going to prove that this thing is still broken. And not only is it still broken, but it is like broken, in my opinion, even more than what it was beforehand. So let me find this. What was this called again? This is the lime fertilizer. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I don't have it. Darn it. I don't have it installed. I do have it installed, but I don't have it on this map. Anyways, point being, the whole point of the recipes that you're able to utilize here, where is it? There it is. All right, so you can see stone to lime, silage to fertilizer, you got stone to salt, you got salt and water to herbicide, and then you got all these individual grains, all these grain crops and corn and soybeans, and it makes raw seed. Now, here's the thing. The recipe for raw seed and fertilizer is now there. It exists to make seeds, your normal base game seeds. There is no crop recipe whatsoever for this. There's not one at all. So the fact that they fixed the raw seed now all of a sudden being a part of the recipe does not exist to be able to make the raw seed. WTF. Oh my Lanta. I am so angry because I saw that changelog. I saw that update come through and I'm like, oh, yes, I can actually use this. I can use it to make seeds and I can make it to make raw seeds and I can use my products to be able to like really make a killing because this thing just chugs like there's no tomorrow. This thing produces like mad, absolute mad. But the problem is that you can't make the raw seed. I am so angry that it just basically rickrolled me like so hard. Like all of a sudden I just feel like in the back of my head I was like, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and hurt you. Anyways, ranty pants off. There we go.
Well, moving on to a better subject. The lizard, the lizard Colossus pack had an update.
Yes.
Yeah. And for everyone wondering, yes, the megabyte storage went up on it. Now it's 229.24 megabytes to install.
I don't care. I don't care. You know what? If Chris S and Riley S were to keep going, making this pack into like even more stuff, and it was like, you know what? This could redeem the 1.3. This could redeem the 1.3. I'm dead serious about that.
They are. They're adding more stuff to it that they're working on right now.
Let's go.
Let's see here. So change log 1.2.0.0 adjustments. Now I'm only going over this because it's the Colossus pack and I know a lot of people use it. So you got fixed 73 DD3R unrealistic, not dropping hay correctly on the right side. Swath dropping configuration added to 73 DD3R unrealistic. Change default work mode on quick mow unrealistic swath drop. Added 155 centimeter bales to Balemaster. All 155 centimeter bales produce our 25,000 liters. Added plow configuration to Vineyard Cultivator. Added salt spreader version of the FLM 726. Added selectable 238 centimeter bale option to Colossus 7000 unrealistic. Those are all the adjustments. Now to new equipment. Got the Lizard Colossus 2000. This is going to be under grape harvesters and olive harvesters. Price tag is $253,000. Horsepower is 156. Capacity, a standard capacity of 3,000 liters up to 50,000 liters. Unrealistic option. That's for the grape and olive harvester. And the Lizard Titan Vineyard Mulcher. Of course, under mulchers, grape tools. You have a price tag of $4,500. Horsepower requirement is 70. Working with is 1.4 meters. And they have an unrealistic option. And then you have the Lizard Titan Vineyard Pruner under grape tools. You have a price tag of $15,000. Unrealistic option. You have Lizard Titan Forge Collect Colossus 6000. This is going to be under headers. Price tag $20,000. Working with 3 meters. Unrealistic option. And this is swath pickup header option. Colossus 9000. You have Lizard RTS 1720. This is going to be under sprayers. You have a price tag of $60,000. You have a capacity range between 5,500 and 100,000 liters. Unrealistic option. And then you have Lizard Colossus Stone Scraper 5,300 under stone pickers. It's going to have a price tag of $44,000. Horsepower requirement of 120. Capacity is between 2,000 and 100,000 liters. Unrealistic option. They have Lizard Colossus Licky Trans, Liquidy Trans 5508. This is going to be under barrels. Stop. You have a price tag of $15,000. You have a capacity of 10,000, all the way up to 5 million liters. That's the changelog to this. And when we get to the news, I'm going to look them up because I'm going to let you know what they're adding.
I tell you what, nothing could make me more happy, nothing at all, than Chris S. and Riley S. continuing to add to this just to get it up to the 1.3, just so I can get up to the 1.3 gigabytes, and then we can actually sit there and say, you know what, 1.3, it's not that bad. It's actually kind of good. Again, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep. Silver Run.
Moving on.
No, there are 2 updates I do want to go over here real quick by ICUS. So the first one is American Midwest Maintenance Shop. It's going to be 16.62 megabytes to download. It's going to be changelog 1.0.0.4. You got new floor, new wall textures, added pressure washer, and on and off John Deere or Case IH posters.
Nice.
Super nice. Then the next one is going to be for the American Midwest Shouse. It's going to be 25.22 megabytes to download. You got to change that 1.0.0.1, added pressure washer, and deleted shelf. There's
Icus, we need to have a chat. One thing we got to chat about. Adding things, absolutely amazing. Add that pressure washer. Go on with your bad self. Taking things away though, that's where we're gonna have problems.
Well,
I'm kidding. I'm just playing.
Well, no, he removed it because I'm pretty sure he's coming out with another update to have it as like a pallet storage.
Ooh, makes sense.
I mean, now there's another mod I know you really like a lot, and that's the liquid fertilizer herbicide production from DS Power.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, changelog for that was 1.1.0.0. Nutrient salt, weed-free pallet added. So, whatever that is.
It's a part of the recipe. It was a part of DS Power. I believe it's part of DS Power's previous iteration of this, or may have been even a different modder who made nutrient salt and weed free. So nutrient salt is supposed to be the additive that you use for your liquid fertilizer, and then the weed free is your additive for the herbicide. So it's basically like the mixture of water and those products, and then you get the final output of your herbicide and
I got you.
Fertilizer. There we go.
I got you. Now, are we going to go over PC and Mac maps, or are we just sticking with all platform?
Just all platform.
Okay. All right. So now we're moving on to the 14th, which is Monday.
Oh, we got Oberschwaben that was updated as well.
Yeah, that's right. I passed it. Let's see. By Yogi. So
hey,
478.01 megabytes to download. This could mean change out 1.1.0.0. Added a new save game is recommended, aka new save game required. Added multi-fruits from Feltz Agrar. Optimization of ground angles. Orchard with apples and apple juice production added.
So the changelog specifically is referring to the fruits from the Feltz Agrar pack, which is the addition of the crop types of things like spelt, rye, triticale. There was also the mobile crops, which of course I'm going to blank on what those were off the top of my head. And then there was 2 cover crops, mustard, as well as of course I'm going to blank on it right now. That is rather annoying. Let's see. Let me find it here real quick, because do my due diligence. There it is. Okay. So it's the addition of 10 new crops. It's actually technically nine new crops, because one of them is not in there. So it's rye, triticale, spelt, and grain maize. Grain maize is not in there. So it's those three, rye, triticale, and spelt, as the threshing crops. So anything like wheat and barley, those are your threshing crops. Then there's the crops that were added for your chopping and mowing. Those are the green rye, the vetch rye, the field grass, and silage maize. And then there's two cover crops that are going to work like your oilseed radishes, which is the hummus activator and mustard. So those are the crops in which that they are referring to there. And then in the rest of it, it refers to the ground angles. It is what it is. The orchards with apples. In my update video, I laid out exactly where those were, and it was a giant pain to find because on that specific map, I don't think it shows it. Oh, no, it does. It does here. So you can kind of see around the map here, there's these little red dots that are around the map here, and those are kind of points of interest of areas to buy. Unfortunately, Yogi did not add in where the new areas of interest are in order to let you know, hey, this is where the apple orchard is, and this is where the apple juice production is. But I laid out in my update video where those things are. It took me a while, but I did find them. So yeah, go ahead and check out that video, because if this is a map that you like and you want to know where these are, I went through the hard work, so you don't have to.
Right.
You still there, Will?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just trying to find. Oh, I can't find it. Sorry. No, I was just trying to see, because I can't find their page now on Facebook. Weird.
Who's that?
Chris S. and Riley S.
Gotcha.
All right. Moving on to the last day here. So next one is going to be the Lizard Street 2022. This is by Ventco Mods. This is going to be 15.29 megabytes to download. You do have a starting price. You do have a price tag at $15,000 starting it. You do have horsepower of 300. Oh, it's a truck. I mean, it's a pass for me.
So this one for 16 megabytes to install, I actually like this one a lot as compared to the Road Rage, aka the Mustang that we showed off earlier in the stream. Because this one's actually can be utilized for work around your map. You can see, you can actually tow with it, you can throw something in the bed of it, whatever the case may be. And you can see, if you look closely in this screenshot right here, it's the second screenshot, this does allow for 4 people to sit in there all at the same time. So very, very nice. I do like that. So this one I would recommend, and it's only $15,000. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you're spending 15 grand to get a nice truck. I mean, and you know, base price for the what is it? The Lizard 2017 is $45,000. So you can get a quad cab for, you know, less than half the price.
Yeah.
It will. I'll be right back.
All right. This means 9 slots, just in case if anyone's wondering. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wait for BDD to get back. Oh, I'm sitting at a weird angle because I don't want to hit my cord again. So
Could you not hit the cord? Just
that's
saying.
That's why I'm sitting at a different angle right now. All right, you back?
I'm back.
And what I did say is that truck was 9 slots. Just to let you know.
Oh, not bad.
No, not at all. Let's see here. Next one would be the Case Speed Tiller Pack. This is by Hispano. Go figure. It's going to be a 18.44 megabytes to download. So you do have the Case Speed Tiller 465, which is going to be a disc arrow. You have a price tag at $86,000, working with 10 meters. Horsepower requirement is 360. Then you have the K-Speed Tiller 475. You have a price tag of $112,500. Working with is 12.8 meters. Required horsepower is 550. I love this. I use these a lot in 22.
These are fantastic. For 19 megabytes to install, you're talking $86,000 to purchase the 10-meter plow and 360 horsepower requirement. So taking a look at that one first, our closest comparable is going to be the Pottinger Terradisc 10,001T, $90,500 to buy, and a horsepower requirement of 350 horsepower. So for about $4,000 less, you'll be able to purchase the mod and get the same exact working width, 10 meters. Now, you will require 10 horsepower. Meh, okay, not a big deal. 10 additional horses is pretty easy to overcome. But then we look at the next one, the Speed Tailor 475, $112,000 to buy and 12.8 meter working width. So closest one we have is the Kinsey Mac Till 412, $137,000 to buy it. So right there, you're saving over $25,000 right off the bat, getting the bigger case speed tiller as opposed to this Kinsey here. And then horsepower requirements. The Kinsey requires 615 as opposed to 550 for the speed tiller. So you're already saving a requirement of 65 horsepower. And the working width, the Kinsey requires or has a 12-meter working width as opposed to the 475 speed tillers 12.8. So you're getting an extra 0.8 meters on the larger one. So it's less dramatic for the small 475, far more dramatic, or 465, it's more dramatic of a change for the 475. And for 19 megabytes to install, yeah, it's worth it. Absolutely, especially if you're wanting to go with that bigger one.
Yeah. And the best part is, it doesn't matter which one you go, the small or the big one, they're both 7 slots.
Booyah.
Let's see here. So the next one is going to be the Lizard DRG22. This is by Angelo Smet. This is going to be 4.09 megabytes to download. You do have, it says a working width of 1.3 meters. Or the width, I should say, sorry. The width, they have the length. Capacity is 540 liters. You have a price tag of $31,000. This is an excavator tool. But it can grab pretty huge logs, though. There was actually one, where's one? Where's it? No, not that one. Oh, yeah, he's not going to show it here. But Mr. Silly Pete actually picked up a base game Abbey tanker trailer, picked it up and put it on top of a roof with this thing.
Huh? I mean, for me, this is a hard pass. 5 megabytes to install, okay, fine and dandy. But it's just one of those where, number one, I'm confused. Before I get into the whole thing, I'm confused. Why a capacity?
I don't know.
Huh?
I mean, it says you can grab bales with it.
But why would that be a capacity, though? Like,
I don't know. Don't ask me. Like, I didn't make the mod, man.
No. It's well, you're supposed to be the FS Encyclopedia. What the heck?
I don't know who this guy is.
But no, it's one of those, like, it says it has a capacity, unless this is a bucket on top of being a like a grab claw, then maybe, but I don't see why there's a capacity. $31,000 for a grabber. I mean, that seems like awfully excessive to me. Let me just kind of take a look here real quick, because I don't know about this one. Let's see, excavators, no, not that. So excavator tools. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we got the base game Woodcracker here for 22,500, and so this is 31,000. So, okay, maybe that makes sense. You can tell how often I use these kind of tools.
Not at all. Me too. Me neither.
I mean, like for me personally, it's gonna be one of those I'm gonna pass on just simply because of the lack of use for me. And 5 MB I can use somewhere else. So yeah,
Right.
that's it. That's all I got.
It has 2 slots, in case anyone's wondering. Let's see. Next one is going to be feeding storage. This is by Modding Association Katsuo. It's going to be 13.92 megabytes to download. This is a replica based off of a large building in Germany from a dairy farm, which can feed components over 700 cows.
Nice.
So the dimensions are 42 by 63 meters, so really big. Price tag is $300,500. It does have a bale storage of 1,260. I love this. I installed this. A couple quick notes about this. Has ever had 1,260 bale storage. So in the second screenshot, you can see like all the little different bunkers in there. You put a normal grain in there, it clips. I put silage in there, it didn't clip.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Weird. I mean, 14 megabytes to install, $300,000 though. I mean, all in all, this one's gonna be a pass for me, but I can see the appeal of it. It's a massive building, can hold a bunch of stuff. If it has a clipping problem for grains and stuff, that's an issue. But I mean, at the end of the day, that should hopefully be a small fix, and hopefully they'll be able to get that up and running. But I don't know, $300,000 for a building such as this is going to be a pass for me, especially 14 megabytes worth.
See, I really like this because you know how I am with my massive dairy operation.
Yep.
And it's 10 slots, in case someone's wondering. So not bad on the slot count. Let's see here. Next one is going to be Shelter. This is by Doodoo and RGM. Love the name.
Oh, I'm such a child.
Well, we both are. Don't worry. It's going to be 14.39 megabytes to download. You have a price tag of $11,500. I mean, it looks really good, but it'd be a pass for me.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, looks good, but a pass. I mean, 15 megabytes and $12,000 is just not something I necessarily need in my life. So, just gonna be a pass.
Yeah, it's 10 slots, if everyone's wondering. Next one is going to be Small Old Wooden Shed. This is by Dimitri. It's going to be 6.79 megabytes to download. You have a price tag of $5,000. It looks really good, don't get me wrong, but it's a pass for me.
Same here.
This is 12 slots, but I mean, you can see where the slot count's going though.
Oh yeah, and you get tons of detail inside the building as well. If you look at the fourth picture, you see the tire, the barrel, the bike, like grain bags or sand bags. You got the ladder. Like you get all sorts of stuff on the inside. The nice wood textures on the wall, the kind of knotting and stuff. Like it looks really good. It's just too small for most of the things I do.
Yeah. So your next one is going to be Small Garage with Workshop. This is by Icus. Go figure. It's going to be 3.17 megabytes to download. You do have a price tag of $10,000. And this is repair and repaint. I love this.
It's nice. 4 megabytes to install and 10 grand. You can't go wrong with it.
It's 21 slots.
Yeah, I mean, it's relatively small. I mean, it's certainly one of the smallest things that Icus has put out there. But I mean,
Detailed.
Yeah, it's detailed. Exactly. It's got the details, which just makes it. I mean, you can see the wagon wheel on the wall. You can see the rope all bundled up, the ladder. It's nice. A little workbench in the back. Very, very nice.
Yeah. And the last mod for Monday is going to be a large water tank. This is by Nikim 10 or Nikim 10. It's going to be 1.80 megabytes to download. You do have a price tag of $15,000, and it is free water. So
Nice. Yeah, 2 megabytes to install, 15 grand to buy. I'd install this. I mean, if you had like a need for a tank somewhere with free water, make it a little closer. It's not bad.
But I mean, to be fair, who needs what that? Who needs that with the automatic water thing?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Anyone wondering? That's 2 slots for that water tank. Yeah, there was just 2 updates that came out. Personally, my favorite would have to be the case speed tiller pack from Hispano.
I'd have to go with the Lizard Street 2022.
So that is all the new mods.
Booyah.
We got a bunch of great mods.
Yeah, 100%. Last week was a good week for us.
Now, do you have any chat you want to catch up with before we start news?
I do indeed. So let's see. Where was I? Ken says doing carrots in a single line. No. Why are you all doing that to me? Jonah says, but seriously, every now and then we should come out with a challenge stream with the tier 3s. I'd consider doing that. Absolutely. Ken says, picker is painful on the small fields, let alone on the large fields like 4 fields. LOL. Oh my goodness. I couldn't even imagine trying to get away with doing a single billet row picker on 4 fields, on any one of the 4 fields, let alone all 4 of them. No. I'm going to get PTSD just from thinking about it. No. Samuel, how's it going there, bud? Hope you're having a fantastic morning so far. It says, hey, BDD, good morning. Good morning, Samuel. Hopefully you got a little bit of shut-eye before you came back into the stream. Let's see. And Jonah says, I'm not. He says, I'm not even that crazy. No, I can't blame you there, Jonah. I cannot blame you whatsoever. And I'm all caught up.
Perfect. All right, let's move on to the news. So, for starting out, which I just shared 2 hours ago, it's from Connect Modding. So there's 4 pieces of equipment in here, but you can tell I can't tell if that's a seeder or if that's a planter. So, because on August 25th, I believe they said it was, they're bringing out 18 pieces of machinery. And to anyone who's wondering, yes, they're all individual mods.
Nice.
So, yeah. So, you got this piece of equipment right here. I'm playing the video, but there's no sound. There's also
which one are you on right now?
The one I just shared 2 hours ago from Connect Modding.
Okay, everything must be out of order for me then. Oh, there. Or no, Connect or Custom?
Connect.
Why am I not seeing it? Silbuki.
Well, for me, it's like at the tippy top. I don't know if it'd be different for you or not. I literally just shared it like 2 hours ago. It's a video.
That's weird. Yeah, for some reason it's not showing up for me. Let's see if I refresh the page. Ah, there we go. Got it.
Well, I just rewound it, but so I don't know if that's a planter or if that's a seeder. They didn't specify. I'm gonna guess it's probably a planter.
I think
but
that's
it could be a seeder.
I'm pretty sure it's a cedar.
So, yeah,
You talking about the Amazon? I think that's Amazon.
No,
isn't it?
Stara.
Or no, Yeah, Star Hercules. Okay.
Yeah. And then there's also this spreader, fertilizer spreader, the Hercules. This one right here, the Brutus, which I am very excited for. Love this one.
Hercules. Honey mean Huncules.
And then there's also a pull behind mower with a back wheel attached to it. That's also coming as well. So yeah, so there's 4 right there. Yeah, so there's 4 right there, and then they also shared, which I posted it before. There was 4 vehicles there as well, so that's 8. So there's 8 more to come.
Nice.
Like, no, 9 more to come. My bad. So they still have to share. So, yeah, because that one Star Brutus, I use that a lot in 22, which that can do solid fertilizer and lime.
Ooh, nice.
So, and next one is gonna be new news from ICUS. 17 hours ago. Why did that do that to me? Because I clicked on the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, so a new car garage. Simple, cheap for you. Basically, he was able to fit a dually that well, it's Lizard, but it's the Ford Super Duty from Roughneck Monte Crew. He fit that in there with no problem. So if you're looking at the first picture right below that, I love the lights in there.
All right, so I'm sorry, but the fact that ICUS put the word simple in here, when you have lights like this, no, that's anything but simple.
It's fantastic.
I agree. It looks great. I love the little speckled floor. The I forget what the heck they call that stuff, but it's the like epoxy with the flake.
Yeah. Well, so if you hit like the +2, and then you go away, and then it'll pop up when you go to the next one, you can see the whole interior with the lights, like full on lights on the inside. Oh, it looks so good.
It does look good. Yep.
I'm very, very excited for that. Next one is from Celebuki. So right now he's working. He doesn't sit in here, but I did speak with him. He is working on Ravenport in the background. He has not announced it yet, but he's also focusing on bringing Goldcrest Valley back.
Yeah,
Coming back. So
which Pippo will be very happy to hear that he is working on Ravenport.
He's working on it right now. I know Goldcrest Valley, I know, is his main focus right now, but he is working on Ravenport though.
Nice.
So, let's see here. What else here? Oh yeah, and then from Mr. Hector Mods. To the work in progress, stage 3 out of 4. Gameplay, new features, new content. So, yeah, I'm not gonna read this whole entire thing, but basically, he says everything starts in a quarry. So, as you guys can see right here,
good does that look?
Which I'm not gonna go through all 57 pictures, of course, but you know, here, I'll load one up for you. It looks absolutely fantastic, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it looks insanely incredible. Like, if this is anything to kind of speak towards what we can expect to see here for Carpathian Countryside, wow. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because this is going to be nuts.
I saw that. I had to share it. I'm like, oh, I know who's going to love that one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I came across the photo of the shed that's all destroyed.
Yeah.
That's so good. That's so good. No. Did you come across a photo of the rock breaker?
No, I didn't really look at the pictures.
So there's all those stones that are in the quarry yard. are destroyable.
Huh.
So you take the rock
I see
breaker to
that.
it, and you can.
Get stones from
Oh, you can get stones from it. Oh, that's so cool.
it.
Will, what did you break? Uh-oh. I don't know where my co-host has gone, but he has left the call. So let's go ahead and continue moving on. The next one we have is from JMZ. Looks like if we click into this, got looks like a bit of a spreader going on here. It looks very good. This looks like can I click in? There we go. Pomat? Ooh, that looks really nice. Little spreader there. Looking sharp. Looking really sharp indeed. Let's see. Let's scroll down a little bit. We got one here from Custom Modding. Let's go ahead and click on to. Nope. Wait. What? What? Why? Can we just? Let's see. It says the Landall 2215 inline ripper in Farming Simulator 25 for the first time in game images of the Landall 2215, one of the most durable and effective rippers built by Landall. The 2512 arrives to complete what has missing a high quality inline ripper option, just like the John Deere 561R premium round baler rounds out the baling category. The 2512 now brings a solid ripper to the table. Very, very nice. Looks really good.
What?
So I he dropped from the call, so I just moved ahead.
I mean, I don't know why, but the Discord app has been acting up, and I don't know why.
I don't know, but we covered the news from JMZ. It looks like the kind of lime spreader, fertilizer spreader thing, and then the custom modding Landall 2215.
I'm excited for that.
That looks good.
Just beware because it's going to come in 3 different sizes. So I can guarantee it's probably going to be over 100 megabytes for the plow pack.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, I appreciate that for carrying on. Let's see here. Next one, because I was rudely interrupted because Discord wanted to be a jerk. Next news is going to be from Dintz. So right now, this was his little surprise right here. So he's working on a surprise 6M series. John Deere 6M series, which looks fantastic.
Looks good. Looks real good.
So, and it will have the EU and American version. So, I'm very, very excited for that. Those updates right here. New news from EED123 Corner. So this right here, basically he took the base game. You're gonna help me here.
Lizard Dragon.
Thank you, Lizard Dragon. I knew it was like based off of an animal. I was trying to think of what it was. Yeah. So the Lizard Dragon, he basically removed the tipper part and he put 2 different backs on it. Right now it's private, but he is going to fix it up and hopefully release it for all platforms.
Nice.
So be kind of like a swap body kind of thing. So, which I feel like would make that mod make the base game thing more useful.
For sure.
All right, more news from Celebuki. Here we go. So, originally he did send Elm, Missouri off. He didn't explain this here, but I did talk to him. He pulled it because he added a few things. And now it's with Giants again. So update 1.1.0.0 has been submitted to Giants once again. So basically, alfalfa added, which we already know about. It can be sold, used for animal feed, or turned into silage, including bunker silo support.
Nice.
Soybeans can now leave usable straw after harvest. Behaves like regular straw. Um, field layout updated. The map now features 38 fields. Farmland layout extended, now with 47 farmlands. New store Elmo Logistics. Basically, it's kind of like on Riverbend Springs. Where you go to like the logistics center, like the warehouse, so you could buy your certain stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is. But he named it Elmo Logistics though.
Nice.
Here, and corn dryer upgraded, faster drying, and added smoke effector in operation. Which his corn dryer is in testing right now for all platforms. So, lowered dried corn price to better reflect market value. Sowing calendar updated for soybeans and wheat. Cornbread added to the bakery production.
That sounds so good right now. I can use me a mess of cornbread.
Right. New dairy products added. You got condensed milk, yogurt, strawberry yogurt, cream, chocolate milk, and kefir. You have fermenter added as a placeable. Converts grass, chaff, alfalfa, and dry alfalfa into silage and digestate, which is fantastic. Transport contracts have been fixed and now work as intended. Logging and stone picking emissions have also been corrected and are now fully functional. It does say, please note, due to the scope of changes, a new save game is required to ensure full. Basically, aka, you're going to need a new game save.
Mm-hmm.
But with this changelog, I would update it. I would start over. So I'm very, very excited for that. That's awesome. Those new mods that dropped, those were updates. So, you got new news from Mr. Hector Mods. This was basically just stating there's something looming over the horizon, which was what we talked about. One of the very first things we talked about was that. So
yeah, you can see in the very background of that second picture there the quarry, like the
the top
work.
part.
Yep.
And this one right here, Mod Hub wait times adjusted today. This was Tuesday, January 7th. For newly submitted mods, 9 work days. So a little bit over a week. Which went down because last time it was at 21 work days.
I was about to say that sounded like that drastically decreased.
For submitted mod updates, 1 work day. For failed and resubmitted mod, 2 work days. That will probably be updated either today or on Tuesday. So, which if so, then I will post that on there for people. Okay. So we got new news from Patty. This is big old barn in progress. So Patty's working on another building. Looks great.
Looks real good, yeah.
This was a big one. FS25 is coming to Game Pass. So for anyone out there who doesn't have FS25 yet and wants to get FS25, it will be coming to Game Pass for free if you have it. So
very nice.
This is another thing I showed right here. So Giant Software will be at Gamescom, which is located in Germany, which I will not be going to.
Nah.
So let's see. That was Monday mods, Monday updates. Here, more news from JMZ. This is a cultivator right here that he's working on. It's a 6-meter cultivator. Looks fantastic.
Yeah, it does.
So Um, um, man, I know this one was from the 13th, but this is from ICUS. 13. Yeah, we went over that already. So,
Yep.
so, so that's all the news right there. I mean, it was definitely a decent amount of news that came out. It was definitely some good news too. So,
Oh yeah. I mean, not only good news, good mods. I mean, we got a lot of good stuff this past week.
yeah. And I believe that we are supposed to be getting mods tomorrow. So,
Keep our fingers crossed.
which I've noticed something is that lately we either don't get anything on Mondays and Fridays, or we get stuff on Mondays, we get nothing on Fridays, we get nothing on Mondays, we get stuff on Fridays. So there was like 1 week that was in between FarmCon and now that we got mods on Monday and on Friday. Other than that, it's either been we didn't get either or we got one or the other. So if we get stuff tomorrow, I mean, cross your fingers, we could get stuff on Friday. But from how they've been, I don't know at this point. So
We'll have to sit back and wait and see. That's the fun thing about the fun thing about sitting back and watching what Giants is going to do is you never know.
and the crazy part about me and being on leave right now too is that I can literally just be sitting home and just look out for new mods, and as soon as they drop it, be like, oh, we got a new map. The very first thing I do as soon as I see we got a new map, I immediately close the app out, go right into Messenger. Hey, BDD, we got a new map. So,
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Let's see. So catch up. We'll chat with real quick with the chat here. Looks like Samuel says, "Hey, Real Fan Jonah, check out my second channel," and he sends a link. Thank you very much, there, Samuel. Also says subscribe. Ken also says, wasn't Alfalfa already in base game for Alma? So it was in. No. It wasn't in base game. So we had it for FS22 as like a later iteration, but it was something that was added in, similar to how it's being produced right now.
yeah, I actually reached out to Selbuk and I asked him if he was adding Alfalfa. And he said he wasn't sure, but now I know. So,
yeah, I like that. Not only are they adding in the alfalfa, but they're also adding in like the haylage and all that stuff as well. So that's really cool. I mean, it's not haylage like in like Taylor Farms style, but it's essentially the same thing. It's being able to take your alfalfa and turn it into silage. That's basically all it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even having like that big fermenter that you can place down, and you can actually make basically like alfalfa hay, be able to pick it up and actually put it in there to make silage, which is AKA haylage. So.
Yep, exactly.
Which is fantastic. So.
Let's see. Samuel taking off. All right, bud. Well, you have yourself a great night. You take care, and we'll see you again next time. Ken says later to Samuel. So I don't know about you, sir, but it is 1 o'clock in the morning. I've got to be up for work in the morning.
I gotta be up at like 5:36 because Bree and I, starting as of today, we actually are gonna be committed to go for a walk every morning.
Nice.
So, which will help wake us up better. So,
Gotcha. Well, awesome. Well, everybody, thank you so much for coming out and hanging out here tonight, watching AgriBusiness Tonight, getting to learn a little bit more about the mods, maps, and news going out into Farming Simulator 25. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, Please show us by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing. It shows you're engaged with this channel, enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Take care. See you on the other side there, Will.
All right, sounds good. Okay.
Yo, hit the dirt and fire it up. It's that hard cause grind. BDD and WillT dropping knowledge every time. From the mods to the maps, from the brands to the tools. If it's FS talk, you know they breaking all the rules. We talk giants, we talk gears, we talk that horsepower. Late night mock drops, we got that creative power. From interviews with legends to spotlight in the new, we bring that FS fire straight from the crew to two. Living life behind the wheel with a digital twist. Ain't no button we don't press, no trend we ever miss. Updates, leaks, and future plans. We got the inside scoop, no chance for scams.